where we last left off our intrepid adventurers was in the sandy nation of Cat Basement. We had just wrapped up some talks with King Beanbag. We offered up a frost dragon egg in pristine, unhatched condition, and in exchange, he gave us a fortress, the labor to build it, the material, the building permit, and he said that it would take at most 4.5 months for construction because you had granted him such a boon on the condition that you do not ask for the dragon back, that this is property of Cat Basement. And after many handshakes went around the room, he said that you guys are more than welcome to spend an entire evening and night at the Mirage, which is the dwarven exclusive mega tavern in town. He said he was willing to rent it out for you guys for an evening and night.
Oh, damn.
Yep. So, from here, really, it's all up to you guys. Have we had Philip join us before, or is this Philip's first session?
First time.
First time, right on. Hey, let's do some character introductions. We'll start with Nikolai and work our way down through Discord, and then we'll come up to Philip, just to talk about physical appearances and maybe any pertinent background information that you think is important to share with the group. Let's start with Nikolai.
All right. Nikolai is a young man, about 20-ish. Pretty slim, not too tall. Definitely a bit green around the ears. Bit of a nervous look to him. He's always got his trusted spear at his side, wearing leather armor, and yeah, he's a fighter, and also pretty new to the whole business. Kind of forced by circumstance to pick up a weapon and seek his own luck. And I believe he's from Mournhold, if I got the name correctly, which is where we may be headed, but I don't know.
Nice. You're from Shadowrat. I know that Shadowrat, the player of Shadowrat, has been around for a few sessions, but Shadowrat as a character is new to professional help. So let's hear about them.
So my character is Shadowrat. He was born in the big city. Let's see if I could get that. Merlani?
Yeah, you got it, Marlene.
All right. He was born there. He was an orphan. His parents both died in Lord Reginald's war. Growing up, he was a street rat. He ended up forming his own little gang, and they ended up turning on him when he turned 18. So he enlisted with Lord Reginald to get out of, prison time. He was mainly spent his time at archer and as a scout for his army. Then he took an arrow to the knee and got kicked out. So he's with professional help now. He's a Native American. He has heterochromia, so he has one blue eye, one green eye, and that's it. Really, he's short. He's like 5'9".
Okay, great. Thank you for that. What about Solomon?
All right, sure. Solomon is a. Oh dear, I'm losing my mind.
That music, that background music threw me for a loop. I was like, what's dinging?
It's the music, I'm sorry.
Help.
Here, let's skip it.
Solomon is a cleric of Deirdre. That's how you say it.
Deirdre.
Deirdre. Thank you. Keep forgetting. He is a cleric of Deirdre. He hails from Buz-Hushur, which is essentially fantasy Mongolia. He's oh god, I'm losing my brain. He wears chain armor, chainmail, He carries the brands of snakes on his hands. Very intricate, I should mention. Very intricate brands. And at his side, he carries a horseman's axe and a whip. And on his back is a quiver with 20 arrows alongside his short bow. The other side of his hip carries a wind chime sort of looking holy symbol, adorned with silver lavender, and it sort of gently jingles in the wind as he stands about. Oh god, my brain's going blank. I think I got everything.
You're good. You're good, man. Horseman cleric from Mongolia. I'm glad you have a whip now because I know that you are personally a fan of Castlevania. I think
Yeah,
that
it's gonna be hilarious.
it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, thank you.
I did have an idea to add onto the whip, but I'll bring that up later.
Sure. What about Vorak? Let's hear about Vorak.
Vorak, you wouldn't know it from the heavy plate that he's wearing, but his skin is so black in color from all the coal that he's absorbed through working the coal mines for Crimson Crucible. But he's decked out in heavy plate, carries a heavy crossbow almost as tall as he is, and is adorned with a sword and an axe. He has turned from deep miner to ranged spelunker to frontline infantryman for the needs of the party, and is looking forward to the further development of professional help.
Good stuff. Yeah. Let's hear about Philip, our newest addition to the team.
Yeah, so Philip is he's an older human. He's a specialist. He was born in the suburb of Mirlini. I think I'm saying that.
Marlene. Close.
Marlene. Okay.
Yeah.
And basically grew up as a peasant in the suburb, and he was kind of sick of that way of life. So he went into Marlene and decided to join the armed forces of Lord Reginald. During his tours, he ended up near Vericonat, and was discharged after 10 years of service. So he was in the armed forces for quite a while, and he's not the brightest guy. So during he decided to go freelance, and then 2 years ago at Honey Hill, he was involved and assigned to the security detail to set siege. But after seeing everything that was going on there, he was fed up and sick of it. And having seen the professional help sign in town, he decided to basically leave the security force and go try and join up. Basically carries the standard issue sword that he has had through his years of service, just a standard issue long sword, no frills. It's beat up. It's seen some things. It's quite worn. And same with his leather armor that he has on.
Yeah, and seen some stuff Philip has. You guys may remember in the history of Europa, Lord Reginald sent his men to demand taxes from Honey Hill, and the halflings of Honey Hill were not as complacent as those in Puddingshire and elsewhere, and they dumped a cauldron of burning compost onto Lord Reginald's men, and Philip got to see that firsthand. He bore eyewitness to that poor bastard's uniform melting to his flesh. And I think that was a key point a key turning point for Philip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, we soldier bros.
Yeah, that is true.
And I heard somebody talking about how they had theirs set up earlier. I put more into sneak attack than
Dig it.
I also went very heavy sneak attack stealth with my character.
You know, if you guys want to establish like a friendship or a partnership between you guys, I think that'll help strengthen a bond. But if you guys want to do your own thing, I understand that too. I just want to give you the opportunity.
I mean, I'd be interested. Like we served together or something prior.
Or you guys were in boot camp or something like that. I mean, definitely different backgrounds, but you've crossed paths.
I'll talk to.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. That sounds like we could have crossed paths somewhere along the. I don't know how long you had served or whatever.
My character served for 4 years.
4 years. Yeah, so I mean, we could have been deployed somewhere in there, like during my. That would have probably been near the end of my service, but yeah, we could have been involved in some campaign or some battle somewhere.
I like it. I like that idea.
Wait, I want to award both of you a fate point for having your histories tied together like that. I dig it, and that'll help give you guys a good boost early on.
To give the best, like, I think when I took my injury, you were the one that like saved me from getting killed in that battle. I think that's the one I would like to go with, if you're okay with it.
Okay.
Hell, we could put it all together. Like the burning compost came over and they started shooting their bows off of the wall, and Shadow Rat got nailed, and Philip went in the like heat of battle and like dragged him out.
I love it. I love it a lot.
That's good stuff. That's really good stuff. You guys definitely deserve that fate point. So, as far as our session for today, we got a nice open sandbox campaign. We're in quite a sandcastle of a dwarven fortress right now. For those who haven't been to Cat Basement, they have pyramids outside. They have a cat sphinx. They have a great granite and gabbro wall that forms a perimeter along the outside, complete with a ton of cage traps that will ensnare any enemies at the flip of a lever. And they have a huge gold and turquoise and different types of wood mosaic on the ground that looks like an Egyptian cat with a headdress. I feel like I have an image of that saved somewhere.
This sounds like the coolest room I've ever been in.
This one's outside. I might be able to find a screenshot from Dwarf Fortress because I know that's where I posted it. I just don't know if I pinned it or not. It was legendary. Such a good moment. It's one of the emotes on our Discord for sure. But what would you guys like to do with your time? You're gonna be making a fortress here. That's gonna be exciting.
Could we be basically some RPG stuff, walking around seeing if anybody need a quest done or anything like that, like a small quest?
Gotcha. Do you speak Dwarven? Actually, we don't know if you speak Dwarven, do we?
We don't.
We don't know. All right, time to roll a Dwarven check for you. What is your language and what is your intelligence modifier?
My intelligence modifier is 0, and then my language is also 0.
Okay, so you have to roll a 1 in order to get this. Let's hope for a 1. Couldn't have been any further from a 1. That is a big fat 6. So if you want, you can spend a fate point, but if you don't want to spend it,
I don't think I'm gonna get a 1, so I'll think it'd just be that.
All right, fair enough. So go ahead and write Dwarven in your languages not known section of your sheet.
Thank you.
And while we're at it, I mean, Philip is here. We gotta do the same.
Do you want to go ahead and roll mine?
Be happy
I have
to.
a -2 in intelligence.
Good lord. And your language, is that just base level?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta get a 1. Oh, so close. That's a 2. I am streaming different cameras in Discord. If you guys are not able to see it, you might have to like click me to see it. Not sure.
Oh, you are okay. I think the activity gets in the way of that.
Does it now? I think you can click off of it, can't you? I really don't know. But yeah, if you want, you can spend a fate point and I'll re-roll it. But if you don't, then we'll keep it.
I'll keep it.
Sounds good. You do not know Dwarven. So, question for Shadow Rat: if you're going around looking for quests, how are you going to do it if you don't know the language? What methods are you going to use?
I can always try speaking with my hands.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Claiborne, welcome. So you're gonna try and just like talk with your hands. What sort of motions are you making? Who are you talking to? Are you just talking to a passersby? Are you talking to a soldier? Talking to a storekeeper, guild master?
I've been talking to storekeepers, specifically innkeepers.
Oh, okay, an innkeeper. Okay.
I'd probably be like referencing like a scroll with my hands, maybe like a king, like a signed order from the king, like gotta go kill these bandits or something. We'll give you money, stuff like that.
Sure. The dwarf is going to say, "Urigtag marikabun bushmale," and point upwards.
He wants us to attack the sky?
Anyone here speak Dwarven? Because I got no clue what this man's trying to say to us.
I can make a suggestion as something easy quest-wise that we can tackle that may not even require all of the party, depending on the strategy that the group wants to take on. Because I know I won't be here for long, but I could easily send out the newer recruits to tackle it if we wanted to go try and break the blockade that's set up outside of Cat Basement.
I was gonna suggest that as well, yeah.
You know what? It's been a few months since I've seen combat. Like, let's get back in the thick of things. Let's kill some people.
Aye.
Well, it doesn't necessarily require killing, but we've got two groups. I believe it's gnomes and halflings that are basically blocking all trade and travel across a bridge outside of Cat Basement that's interfering with commerce, and that would definitely help with our standing as far as with King Beanbag. And depending on the strategy and tact, you may be able to negotiate a ceasefire, unify them towards a single enemy, targeting Reginald as the source of their problems rather than the animosity between the two groups, because they don't even know what they're fighting about anymore. So I think if we try and nudge them in the direction of aligning against Reginald, we can build camaraderie between the two groups.
See, I ain't got nothing against my good man Reginald. So how about we get them fight each other and they settle it like that?
What if we take up the blockade and make it a toll bridge that they have to pay us in order to get in the Cat Basement?
Give you guys some context. So this cat symbol is our group, and the blockade is down over in Bellavere. There's one entrance in and out of Bellavere, and because it's I guess the word blockade is for boats, but they're preventing any trade or visitors going in or out of Bellavere, and this has been going on for weeks.
Right. So you said it was gnomes and
halflings, yeah.
So they just got some ships blocking the port, is what I'm hearing?
They're blocking the road. They're blocking the road. Bridges. Yeah.
Do they have any official authority, or are they basically just robbers? Like
I believe they are from Turtle Bay.
Turtle Bay and Tulu. So the halflings are from Turtle Bay and the gnomes are from Tulu. And the intel that you got is both of them were trying to do a flank, and they found each other and just started building up fortifications on the road. So this is like a battlefield for them. but they're at a
I ain't gonna
standstill. It's
lie
a
to you,
stalemate.
chat. I ain't the biggest fan of funny-looking people. Like, I'm down to fight this out if we got it. But if you want to go the peaceful route, I'll step aside.
Solomon's funny looking. He's hungry. From the
No
shore.
offense, Solomon.
Um,
You get a pass, because I
So-
get paid to deal with you.
I'm not
that
healing you.
that sounds. I think we need to come up with a better plan than just going and confronting them. But yeah, we can do that. See what happens.
I mean, how many halflings or gnomes are we talking? Is it like a dozen of them, or
Your
least
intel
enough
didn't
to-
specify.
At
That
least
is
enough to
uncertain.
build a brigade.
Well, we got two of. I know me and my fellow soldier. We dealt with a lot of stealth in our time in King Reginald's service. We could always try guerrilla warfare during nighttime just to learn information.
I guess a roadblock would be a more appropriate vocabulary word.
I guess
The
it would be,
roadblock.
yeah.
So we're also trying to start building this fortress, right? And I'm assuming we need to procure some materials for that somehow.
Materials are
Well-
handled, labor is handled. You guys just need to have a design and where you want to build it. The last that we spoke,
Okay.
the party was thinking about setting up right in this crook, right here, so that you guys could set up a port. That was the plan. Another idea was setting up, like, right over here so that we can have, like, a cliffside defense
That,
and set up a port.
We
This has
also
not been
considered-
established yet.
We've also considered under the E in Cat Basement, the first E.
Oh, like right here. Gotcha.
Because then we
Yeah.
have at least access to Mournhold if we do get a port.
True.
But it's still all under the works.
You guys talked about like setting up a ferry service so you could cart people to and from Mournhold and Cat Basement and have them pay to go across.
that-
So that might be a business venture.
And since we get free stay in Mournhold, because the king really likes us there, it's kind of good for us.
That sounds smart.
But that's still under the works. We have to let the Dwarf Fortress people do their fortressing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The people this community is largely from when I streamed Dwarf Fortress on Twitch. So a lot of them know really good like architecture and trap design and defensive strategies and stuff when it comes to grid-based combat. So
The best I could suggest is random medieval things, and we don't need a story and talking about random medieval things when a lot of us are.
Gregory, welcome.
Gregory.
So glad to have you.
Speak for us, Gregory.
Oh,
He's logging in right now. It's great to have you.
Rise.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure
A
can.
little bit of background noise, but that's fine.
That's the fan. I'm sorry.
You're good.
All right.
Just while Gregory's player is getting settled, I was able to find the mosaic mural on the ground of the Egyptian cat, so I'll show that on the screen.
Ooh, very nice. Ah,
I
Hmm.
should have known. I should have known.
should have expected this.
And all of that is gold. It's extremely valuable. And that's in the northeast.
Time to start digging.
I'm to start digging. You just want to dig it up. Oh God.
Oh,
take
Yeah,
my
we can
gold coin.
see how that goes. We can see how that goes.
no,
You know.
no.
No one want to dig with me?
There's a reason why we got all of the fortress building stuff for free. It's because we gave a dragon egg
got
to
more
the
time
king.
to dig the gold.
No.
So just a question to Gregory. I think that everyone in this group is a new face for you except for Vorak, who was the very, very like black of skin, coal miner from the Crimson Crucible, but I think everyone else is a fresh face. Is that right?
I think I've played with. I can't remember.
Well, we can't hear you right now if you are trying to be heard. Well, we can get back to Gregory once his mic is situated.
I
So-
do have.
Go ahead.
I do have a couple questions for the local blacksmith, our dear friend blacksmith who has adamantine.
Oh yeah, you wanted to talk to McCarthy, who
That's the
you
one.
hired to professional health. I mean, you guys also haven't checked in on Darkstar or Trissy in a while. Just as a reminder that they live and
Solomon
breathe.
doesn't know those.
Nope.
Vorak would know them, but Solomon doesn't. I wanted to approach McCarthy about adding a sort of mace head to the end of my whip to make it more akin to a certain whip that we both know.
Damn. So you're gonna go down there and like commission him like, hey, I want to like put silver on the end. Is that what you're saying?
Um. Let me do some math.
Sure. So just for those who haven't been to Cat Basement before, they have an extensive magma-based, like magma-powered forging, smithing, smelting industry deep underground where they've tapped into the magma sea deep beneath the crust of the earth. And it's very hot and sweaty and humid down there because they have mist generators to keep the dwarves happy, and they allow outsiders to walk around and whatnot, but only if you're a guild member are you allowed to touch the equipment. So that's where we're at
Okay.
right now. McCarthy has made quite a splash in the industry. He's already up to the master level after
All right.
demonstrating his proficiency.
So, since I want to add only at the end of the whip to silver, would that cost like half or just less in general? Because it's not covering the entire whip itself.
Right.
Or
It
would
would
it
cost
be-
the same. It's very difficult to balance it out and make sure that it still hits accurately with that amount of weight on the end. So if you wanted him to add that to the end, it would cost the same.
Still the same. That's fine. It's only 100, and we have quite a bit of money, if I recall correctly.
Pretty wealthy.
Yeah. So
We should just retire.
no.
We should just retire. Sounds like your mic's working. Glad.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's great.
Sorry, I had to rush my computer. My basement flooded like last week, and I've been
Ooh, that's so
struggling.
God.
Yeah.
No, that's a total struggle, man. My heart goes out to your situation. That sucks a lot. Does it still stink?
Oh yeah, no one can even like go downstairs without it smelling like shit.
Oh God.
I've had the similar thing happen to me once when I lived up in North Dakota. All the snow melted and it flooded the lower level.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Oh God.
We also have prairie dogs up there, so the main reason why we got them is because the prairie dogs dug holes. We call them dak rats up there, though.
Oh my God. So Dak
I'm
rats
gonna let you
dug
know
into
right
the earth,
now.
filled it up.
I'm on my laptop, so I don't have my character sheet. I just know I have like a +2 for archery, and so that's the only thing I'm gonna add when you ask me to roll d20s.
Okay.
North
Okay.
Dakota is weird. Oh my god. Do you call prairie dogs that though? We just call them like food.
Up in North Dakota, yeah, we call them dak rats because they are rats.
I live in South Dakota. I was right below.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, up where I lived in Minot, yeah, we called them dak rats. They ate each other, so they weren't exactly the smartest or kindest creature.
Thanks, just really sweet for the love. So, question for Awful Monk for today's
Yes.
session: do you want to like roll up a fresh Gregory and use it as like a temporary thing until you find the real Gregory? What do you want to do if it comes to like making rolls and taking damage and looking at your inventory and whatnot? I think rolling up a temporary would probably be a good way to take care of it for now. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. I know he has like an 8 HP and like I don't remember what his armor class was, but actually, let me look at my Google Drive real quick.
Sure. Also, just to clue you in on a new rule that we have for the campaign, I roll all the dice. I roll dice for character creation. I roll health. I roll level up health. I roll stealth checks, sleight of hand, everything.
That makes it easy.
Yep, and it helps keep people immersed in the fiction, and it keeps them from metagaming armor class. I just describe misses and hits, and I do announce crits, because that's exciting. I roll some rolls out on the cat cam. Oh, sorry, the dice rolling camera. But the secret rolls stay secret this way. Do you want me to roll you an array?
One for Gregory.
Sounds good. I'll give you your 3d6 right away. That is not good. If you had modifiers that were cumulative less than 0, would you play them or would you reroll?
Oh, I'd reroll.
Okay. Again. Oh my god, that's 3 in a row. Okay, that's a
All
good
I remember
array.
is for Gregory, I rolled really well.
Well, this one rolled really well. In the rule book, I don't have it open right now.
Sorry, guys, for making you wait on me and then this. Apologies.
You're fine.
So good. We want to make sure people are accommodated. And it's been a long time since you've been able to attend just because of the way voting has happened. That's just unlucky. So I want to do what I can to integrate you with the group.
I do have a quick question.
Go for it.
Do the taxes apply to McCarthy's work?
Yes. He's a member of the guild. He has to follow their rules.
Okay, so that's actually 130. All right. That's all. That's all I need to ask.
I remember you rolled really well on your starting gold. I think you had like 150 for your starting wealth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be right back, by the way.
Because he had a pony. I remember that. It's great. Okay. Also, we have found another way to do music in the Discord. So there's like a rocket ship symbol for an activity in the Discord. And if you open that up, we're doing a watch together, which is hooked up directly to YouTube, and we're going to give that a go. Yeah. And you can control sound on your own. In the future, I'm going to have different members of the party work as DJs so that they can like add music and suggest things and make playlists. So I think this is going to help a lot. So thank you guys for the suggestions. I know I've heard this from multiple people and I was just resisting it until I gave it a try this time. So to answer your question about the party fund, Solomon, we have 38,462.5 just for like party expenses. And as of right now, the dwarves that work in the scholars library are trying to figure out what they can do to hatch the frost dragon egg. And there are just piles and piles of books on monster history and monster mythology, very little about dragons out there. And they're trying to figure out what keys they need to unlock the potential of dwarven dragon relations. They want to hatch this egg for a frost dragon, but they don't know how. That's the intense studying that's going on right now. So let me take a look at the calendar of happenings, because every Friday, Cat Basement holds emu races. And if you guys want to bet on emu races, that might be a fun thing we can do. Let's see. I think it was June or July. It's June. So it is Sunday right now. It is June 22nd. Do we have any magic users at all in our group? Anyone who can do magic, I should say. So that would be cleric, magic user, elf.
I'm a cleric.
Okay. So we got one cleric. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to be aware of who's in the group, because you guys have downtime activities. If you want to make scrolls, if you want to make holy water, if you want to research new spells, things like that. Now, I mean, we're not on a time crunch.
Yeah. I do have a question.
Yeah.
What are the effects of a silvered weapon?
A silvered weapon is extra fragile, and if you use it in combat, it has a 1 in 10 chance of breaking, even if it misses. But it can hit ghosts and creatures that are otherwise impervious to normal weapons. So it overcomes resistances, but it has a 1 in 10 chance of breaking.
All right, and nothing else.
I believe that's it. I can check the rules to make sure.
I'm
That was off
checking
the
the
top.
rules as well, and I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Because let me.
Yep. It costs 10 more than standard weapons. Let's see, is there anything else about silver?
Yeah, nothing.
Creatures that are weak to silver will take like 1 additional damage per die. That's the only other information that I've been able to find on silver and its effects.
Yeah. That's fine. It's a backup weapon anyways. I've got an axe. But yeah, that's 130 off the party shares.
Said 300 off of the party fund?
130 because
130, thank you.
Yeah.
Great. I've taken note of that.
I left for a second here, so what has happened? Anything important that I should know? Or is it just all fine?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Are we currently doing something, or are we currently just wandering around Cat Basement?
Just taking in the sights, taking in the sounds, the smells.
Alright. Well then we got that roadblock over in Bellavere.
Mm-hmm. We also you
Have
guys
been
can request to meet with your spy. You guys had a meeting organized to meet with them on Monday, but you could reach out to them through post to see if they can meet you today. And expedite the mail. Mail's free in Cat Basement.
Very nice.
A spy for what?
We have a spy
gives
that
us-
has been really good at gathering information and giving us quest hooks.
He gave us information on Lord Reginald's tax carriage, which got us a lot of money, which we then spent on quite a few things. And
Oh, you guys did what to Lord Reginald stuff? Hello, excuse me.
We
Not my good sir.
we killed his people and set it ablaze.
Watch your words, good sir, or I will watch them for you.
Please do watch them.
My character's gonna go wander off for a second, go try steal some food since he can't speak Dwarven.
Steal some food?
Steal
Oh
some
my
food.
gosh. So are you telling me that you wanna head to like a tavern where like food is served, or are you thinking of going to the market, like the
Let's go
bazaar,
tavern.
and stealing food that's being sold?
Let's go. Yeah, no, let's go the Aladdin route. Let's like just jack it from like a stall that's like a vendor that's selling it.
Okay. So, over in the market, it's very busy. It's hustling and bustling, packed with people, packed with cats running hither and thither. There are cats playing and fighting and being territorial, cats asleep on stalls, walking between people, cats riding on shoulders, sitting on top of turbans, all over the place, playing with tassels, scratching at posts that make up the stands. And you can find tons and tons and tons of crafts and goods around here. And included in that are smoked meats. They have rations that are packed up in metal tin containers, and they have rations that are wrapped up in big fat leaves. You got sausages hanging from hooks. And I'm just curious, what kind of food are you looking for?
Let's steal me some sausages.
I want to steal a sausage. All right. There are people all over the place, and it sounds like you are you're gonna roll a sleight of hand, and you're just gonna pack enough sausage away for like a snack.
Yep, I have a backpack on my character. Basically, I'm gonna mingle in with the crowd, like bump into it casually, grab it, put it
Sure.
in my pack, and like just mingle back into the crowd. I grew up a street thief in a very busy city. This is nothing new to me.
What is your sleight of hand skill?
2.
2. All right. If I roll a 2 or lower, you pass. That is a 2. All right. You got yourself some smoked emu sausage.
Ooh.
Yeah. Smells very peppery and fragrant. Very, very light hint of rosemary as an herb to it. There's some pretty high quality stuff. This could serve as a ration if you were starving. Great work.
Thank you.
You're gonna mess up his inventory, I'll tell you that.
All right, I'll let someone else do something else since I took the front for a bit.
So, can you hear me? I want to make sure I'm not muted.
Sure can. I got you loud and clear.
Okay, so I was just going to let you know, Scott, that I'm having a very hard time on my laptop filling in the character sheet.
Okay. It's
And
hard to fill in even after downloading it?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just not having any luck right now. But I'm going to be in the background and I will figure it out.
May I offer a suggestion to help with your PDF woes?
Yes.
There's a free program called Foxit PDF Viewer, and I trust it very hard.
Okay. I will do that and I'll get back to you.
Sure. Foxit is how you spell it. And also, I just wanted to let you know, because I know that Gregory always wants to know when the next party happens.
Yes.
King Beanbag said that to celebrate a new age in dwarven history once again with the advent of a frost dragon egg in their possession, he was going to let you and your crew reserve an evening and a night private at the Mirage, which is typically a dwarven-specific luxury tavern. Only dwarves are allowed to go there, but he's willing to make an exception for you guys for one evening. And you guys, it's up to you guys to schedule it whenever you want to go.
Well, I think in the meantime, that's what Gregory's going to be doing.
Planning?
Planning.
Great. Also, Sarah TV, it's great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Got another Dido session. It's exciting.
I think if we're not going out to Bellevue just yet to stop that roadblock, Solomon would take his time going to the hospital and trying to help out there.
Sure. Do you know Dwarven?
I do.
You do? Okay. Okay. So it's a pretty organized system over there. They have different wings based on different injuries. And they have like connecting hallways that connect the different wards. So they have like the burn ward and an area where you go to get your bones set in traction and getting sutured there's a lot of hauling around that happens, and you see that they load patients into wheelbarrows to move them between rock slab beds. But these are not like rough rocks. It's like very smooth, sterile rocks. Looks about as comfy as a rock bed could be. But they do have a front desk if you'd like to speak with them.
Of course. Someone will approach and say hello
Is that in common?
in Dwarvish.
In Dwarvish? Okay. As you're approaching, there's a very shy, meek, timid dwarf sitting behind the desk, and she's just braiding her beard as you come up, and you startle her as she's like halfway through her braid, and you speaking in Dwarven immediately puts her at ease, and she says, "Oh, thought I was going to have to pretend that I spoke common. Thank you so much for speaking the language of my brothers and sisters. Are you coming to see someone today?"
Actually, no. I was hoping I could offer some help around the hospital. My party's currently staying in town, and, well, we have nothing to do, really. We're just planning.
Applications for the Doctors Guild is right here. Let me get it from the stack. And you see behind her desk, there's just very disorganized paperwork all around, held together with various materials of metal and wooden clasps and little like paper folding rope that holds them together. And she's sorting between, and she pulls out a slightly folded up and creased application and sets it in front of you. The very first question on the sheet says, Dwarven family name.
Oh dear. He's going to raise his hand up. I'm sorry to say, I come from Busashur. While there are dwarven families there, I do not hail from one.
Maybe just skip that one. Yeah, I don't know how important that really is.
It doesn't seem too important. I mean, why would you restrict your doctors to being only dwarves? It seems foolish.
There's a smattering of other questions on there talking about your range of experience, your skills, your proclivities, where you would prefer to be placed, if you've come from any other guilds from other settlements and whatnot. What would you list as your relevant experience?
Combat medic, standard dressing, simple surgeries, small general work. More of a quick medic than one you would put onto major surgery, like heart surgery.
Sure. So you're filling this out, and when you're all done, are you going to hand it back to the receptionist?
Yep.
Just say, okay, well, thank you very much. I'll make sure that the head doctor in the guild gets to see this as soon as possible. She puts it on top of her giant stack and immediately goes back to writing out medical records for releases.
Solomon will just say, thank you for your time, and he will head on out.
Right on. So, I know that we have talked about some of the overarching issues that are plaguing the land. We still have a wicked, terrible tax rate in Europa and Alkebulan. The long-reaching arm of Lord Reginald's greed is still stretching quite far. We have plenty of adventure locations that we could check out. We have a maze wrapped up in a painting. We just walk through the painting and we're inside of a dungeon immediately. The party has that in their possession. You could send post out to your spy if you guys don't want to tackle any of the existing quest hooks out there. You guys could go out on the road and do robberies. You could set up ambushes. You could be highwaymen. You could look for trouble. We could try and find some old goblins out in
I
the
think checking in
wilderness.
with the informant might be a good idea. I mean, even if nothing like comes up that's new, wouldn't hurt, right?
I mean,
Sure.
Never hurts to be informed.
yeah. I'm gonna go eat dinner, so I'll let you guys decide. But I do think doing the Bellavere quest might be important.
Noted. So I wanna hear from the rest of the group.
I kind of want to deal with the blockade, but whatever majority votes.
How could we not reach out? I mean, is the informant response going to be like immediate?
Hard to know.
Or do
You guys had an appointment set up for tomorrow in the morning, but if you reach out by post, they might be able to get back to you sooner.
Well, we can
And
always
sending a
send
letter is
letter
free.
and head off.
So we had an appointment. I don't think we're gonna make it to the blockade and back by tomorrow morning, are we?
Just looking at the distance here, it would take you a day to get there.
Could we?
You'd have
could
to
we
stay the
tell
night.
Could we tell the informant to meet us on the way?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's send a message to him telling him where we're gonna be. Then let's head out.
I like it.
Sweet. So you guys quickly throw together a letter explaining how you'd like to meet and where you'd like to meet, using some of the sneaky spy code language that your informant has taught you about. And you'll notice that I'm not using a name. It's because when the party was drinking at a bar and they bought drinks for this halfling, someone asked, "So, what do we call you?" And the halfling responded, "Well, I'd prefer you didn't." And that was that. So this halfling has no name, but has been very, very reliable, historically. And you guys draft up that letter nice and quick. You say, "We're headed to Bellavere. There is a roadblock that we're going to try and take care of post-haste. Cancel our meeting for tomorrow, and instead, could you meet us on the way?" You guys send that off. And it is mid-afternoon right now in Cat Basement. And I'd like to know what you guys want to do with the rest of your day. If you guys don't want to do anything, we can sleep. We can get an early start on the traveling, but we certainly won't get there unless we power through the night.
I'd say let's get early starting, but no need to power through the night. We can take a rest.
Just travel out, take a nice little sleep.
Yep, then finish. Then talk more amongst ourselves how we want to deal with it. Then we can deal with the issue at hand.
Sure. You can do that. So, I'm gonna change the music up. Music is kind of tense. As the sun rises over the sandy dunes of Cat Basement, the party has decided that they're going to head out, south, in hopes of finding justice in Bellavere and saving them from the terrible roadblock that has been plaguing them for weeks. This roadblock is just one of many transgressions between Tulu and Turtle Bay in a pointless forever war that has been spurred onward by the humans of Verico Knot. They found that they had a surplus of weapons, and the value of weapons was going down dramatically because the churning wheel of production must never stop. And if production never stops and people stop needing the goods, the price naturally falls down. So they made their own market by spurring on rumors that halflings and gnomes were not meant to be friends. That there are many reasons why they should be adversaries instead. And because of this, they've been locked in this pointless forever war, and none of the halflings and none of the gnomes had been alive long enough to know the original reason why they were fighting. The halflings even drove their turtles to extinction to make armor and helmets, because the humans of Vericonot were not building armor in the proper size for halflings, but they were more than happy to ship over weaponry. So, what kind of vehicles are you guys taking? Are you hoofing it? Are you purchasing horses? How are we getting down there?
Is this like a rent-a-horse?
A rental horse? Not in Cat Basement.
I ain't got no problem walking it. Or is it like a carriage that we could pay to take us most of the way?
Yeah, you could pay for transport. I know we got prices for that in the rule book. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. Coach, travel per day, 10 silver per person.
There's
Is all
4 of
the
us.
money stored in a bank or something, or is that carried with us?
You guys have been carrying it with you in an unlocked box.
All right.
Yeah, and you guys got robbed last time you were on the road.
Maybe purchasing a lock would be a good idea at some point. But yeah,
You want to
definitely-
purchase that before you head out?
Yeah,
But-
that wouldn't be.
Or we only take 10% of the gold silver. So we leave most of it behind.
I'm not gonna trust no dwarven bankers. No, thank you.
In a city, a lock will cost 7 silver. Let me do some quick math. So with the current tax rate, that'll cost 9 silver, 1 copper. Is that a purchase you guys want to make?
For a lock?
Yeah.
1 lock.
Can we upgrade the lock?
What would upgrading a lock mean?
Making it so you can't just like pick it very easily. You need to like actually making it sturdy so it's hard to like. You can't just pry it open.
I see.
Yeah,
So
I
a
get
thick-
it, but
a
I mean,
thick,
that's something
complicated
people in the
lock.
modern day want. That's something that people in the modern day want, and I think that it's hard to find a good solution to that. So maybe
Or
you
we
could,
do 3 locks.
yeah.
3 locks. There we go.
So you're thinking of getting 3 locks, putting 1 on your box, and what are you doing with the other 2?
See, Gregory doesn't think this far ahead. Isn't there a way to like, I don't know, like, just like on the sides have like 2 places for a lock to be little, what are those called? Things with little holes in them, where you can just put a. Am I not describing? I'm not describing this very well. Hold on. Let me find a picture of what I'm thinking of. Also, the thing that you sent me doesn't work. You have to pay for it.
Foxit PDF viewer?
Yep.
I have a free one.
It's a new thing. I think
Sorry,
it was over-
Foxit Reader. That's the new
Oh,
name. I just saw that it
Fox-
changed.
Yeah, PDF reader requires you to purchase it before you can use it. Oh wait, no, never mind. I misunderstood. Never mind. I'm looking at box with locks. I'm just gonna go simple here.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that it used to be a free app, and then they kept the old name, Foxit PDF Viewer, and they made that the premium one, and then people were like, grumble, grumble, this is the same name as before, and then Foxit PDF Reader came out soon after. Forgot about that. Some more music.
Okay, this isn't exactly what I was thinking, but hold on. Can't I just send this? No, I cannot. My God. I'm sorry. My other computer is so much better than this laptop.
Sure. I'm almost feeling like we're really like all of us are kind of winging it on this session. Seems like it's not an ideal time, and I want to know if anyone else is feeling the same way.
Well, for me, it won't be an ideal time for months at this point. So I'm here.
Gotcha.
But
It's normally there's someone here from the previous sessions that have more of an idea of what's going on, and now we're just in a very
That's
blank
true.
space.
That's a good point.
Like, I don't want to mess with anything like the party is already established. So I'm like, I don't know what to do.
So I posted in the Dido General. If we get a box and we have like a bunch of places you can put locks, and you have like 3 keys, put all the gold in there. That way, no one person can take the gold out of the box.
Gotcha. Sure. Yeah, you could definitely find something like that. Here, let me do some quick math.
2 plus 2, that's 4 quick maths.
Such a goofy lyric. Let's see. I thought there was something like a box or like a chest. I swear there was something like that. There it is, chest. It's an oversized item, costs 10 silver normally, and then we have to add 10% for the quality in Cat Basement, so it'd be 11 silver, and then we have to add the tax. So that's 14.3 silver.
Does the party? Should we? I think that's a good idea. Like, if we're carrying our gold with us.
Yeah, money well spent.
We do have a wagon, so we could just toss it in there and lock it up.
Yeah.
Great. And I heard 3 locks is what we wanted.
Yes, putting 3 locks on it.
Just so you guys
It
know.
also means.
Uh-huh.
I was going to say it also means that you need 3 keys, so one person needs to, or at least 3 people need to be there before you open the chest.
Locks are 7 a pop, so
Okay. More math.
that is 27.3 for 3 locks.
Okay. Got it. So the party fund is down to 38,374.1. And I forgot to add a little bit of so everything that's sold in Cat Basement is 0.1 times higher than normal because they have high quality goods, and that's how they keep their markets going. So I forgot to add that on to previous purchases.
So that's like
We're up to date now.
Yeah, okay.
We're good now. And this music player is not playing all the songs that I'm giving it. That's sad. It's like, I can't do that. Why not? It's on YouTube. Try this one.
Weirdly restricted.
Yeah, we'll try this one. That's working. Okay.
So we have a lockbox. We have our gold with us. We got
Yep.
we got a cart. We're going places.
Where are we going?
Scott, just don't ask me for a roll. Just like don't do that, or else I can't get this figured out.
What's the roadblock? But first meet up with that halfling spy.
Yes.
If he shows up.
Get information.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Cool. So, party is off, and you guys cross over one of the bridges. You guys find a nice place to set up camp. I want to know, what are some adjectives that you would use to describe the place if it was in a marshy forest? What sort of traits would you be looking for in a campsite?
Not wet.
Okay,
Yeah.
dry.
Dry.
Good adjective.
Dry.
Probably somewhere a little secluded, at least a clearing.
Included is good.
So a clearing. So
Elevated.
so an elevated, dry clearing. So you guys want to
Some
be
place
like
with natural protection is something I'd want.
Yeah.
so a clearing doesn't offer protection.
It has.
So I'm thinking of like
surrounding
3
forest, yeah.
adjectives. I'm hearing dry. I'm hearing elevated. What's our third priority?
Safe?
That's pretty. That's pretty.
Hidden?
It's pretty broad.
Pretty broad.
What about hidden then? Like, we just want a place that's hidden from like public eye.
So something with like lots of trees. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that could work. It's just fire and the trees that might cause an issue. That's the only thing I'm thinking of really there.
There would be cover involved. I mean, that's cover for you, and that's cover for any ne'er-do-wells in the night.
Oh, if you guys don't think it's too important, that's fine. I understand.
Is the surrounding area like at all got any form of cliffs or anything like that, or are we just kind of in the middle of the marsh?
There are some light hills, no cliffs here. I would describe it as wetlands for the most part.
Somewhere where Solomon is completely unfamiliar. Great.
Yeah, your horses would be very confused in this area. This is definitely land they have not trod before.
Oh, I did figure out a name for my warhorse. You ready?
Sure.
Atlan.
No.
Yeah.
No. So your horse, was the horse named after the man, or was the man
Named after the man.
Okay?
It was
Is this
his
the
horse.
new horse?
No, it is the warhorse that Atlan recovered from King Reginald.
He named it after himself?
No, Solomon named it after Atlan.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because Atlan never named it, so.
Fair enough. So after Atlan died, he wanted to memorialize him by naming his horse after him.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I like that a lot. That's great. Award yourself a fate point for that.
Oh, alright.
Poor Atlan. God. Think of this as taking the fate point that Atlan gained when he was like standing there ready to parry the enemies and died. You know, to save the crew. It's kind of like transferring that fate point in spirit.
Sounds good to me.
Sure. So you guys have found your spot, and I need you guys to mark a ration, or you guys are gonna have to hunt.
How many people here have rations? It's a good question to ask.
I do.
Right.
I do.
Everyone here has rations?
But I'll eat my sausage.
Right.
Gregory? I think Gregory has rations, right? Oh wait, yeah, Gregory doesn't.
I mean,
have sheep.
the party has a ton of rations.
Tina's carrying those though.
A ton. True. I know that she'd be willing to give them over.
Yeah, I don't know the exact amount. It was
I don't know
like
either.
40 something last I remember, but I can't. Otherwise, I would.
Certainly a lot. And these were the iron rations, the ones that don't go bad, the ones that are in like little metal containers. I don't want to call them cans because each one has to be like pounded into shape individually. They're not machine pressed and they're not sealed, but they are like closed and bent. So, you guys are setting up your camp. You're eating your rations. Have you guys lit a fire for the night?
What's the temperature?
What's the temperature? That's a great question, actually. Higher number, higher temp. 12. It's chilly. It's chilly for a summer day. And let's see how badly it's raining. Low numbers is dry, high numbers is wet. It is wet. It is a cold rain right now. So finding firewood is going to be freaking impossible. Like impossible around here. Yeah, if you guys have something to burn, we could do that. Or we can skip the fire.
Find a dry spot, but if there's no firewood, there's no fire.
And since it's raining and you guys wanted to find a dry spot, I think that this would be like at the top of a hill under like a big set of trees. And this spot would not be very big. I've been camping a lot and finding what you're describing. It happens once in a blue moon. It ain't big. It ain't big, I'll tell you that. And animals like to get into those spots.
Animals love those positions, yeah.
As you guys approach, you would see birds flying out from there because there are birds hanging out in the trees trying to take cover from the rain, and you would spook them out.
Can I take a shot at a bird?
Yes. What is your range bonus?
My range is 2. Is a +2.
+2. Oh yeah, you nailed it. Just a little tiny bird. I would say this does not constitute a ration, but it would definitely supplement what you've got. You know how I said your sausage was like enough to serve as a ration if you were starving? Plus this bird, it might be a bit of a heartier meal, but there would be no sharing whatsoever.
I'll eat the bird and the sausage and have a good time.
And you're able to recover your arrow. So you get to keep that one. Nice. So, you guys are sitting. It's kind of miserable out there. I heard talks back and forth about, should we go hunting? No, we should just eat our rations. It's kind of crappy out there. It's really coming down. The party's decided to stay put for now. And you still haven't seen any sign of your halfling spy. Sun's going down. It's evening. Do you guys want to tell any stories around the non-existent campfire during a cold rainstorm?
I'm trying to think of one that wouldn't terrify everyone.
That wouldn't terrify people? Oh, come on. This campaign has horror genre all over it.
Well, Solomon comes from a very horrifying group of individuals.
Fair.
So most of his stories aren't exactly happy.
He's gonna tell the story about how you burnt a family's mud hut down and killed their parents in front of their children. Like,
oh yeah, you built a body pyre out of alive people and lit them aflame.
Jesus Christ. Like,
And
actually?
This is why we respect Reginald. We don't do stuff like that.
Respect.
Sometimes.
Solomon's just gonna look at you with a complete deadpan stare and just like, if every tyrant acted like each other, then there would be so many problems.
I'd say let them all act like each other. We know how to solve all of them. Easy peasy.
You can't. Oh dear.
You give me a bow, you give me a sword, I'll solve any problem you got. It won't even need no words.
Killing a tyrant isn't going to fix everything.
No, it does, because I become the tyrant, and that's just good for me.
Until somebody else gets to killing you.
Is that a challenge? Do we need a little duel?
If you want to be a tyrant, then you're pretty much asking for me to kill you. Because he's going to hold up his hands, showing the brands. It's exactly what I led against.
I'm gonna just grab his hand, his wrist, and look at his hand. Like, dude, this is some really cool ink. Where did you get this? I've only
It's
seen
a brand. It's like a
It's-
burn. It's like a
Oh,
burn.
burn! I'm so like a cow brand. I'm dumb. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Like it would go on a moo, you know, like a cow.
Yeah, I get you now. Yeah, I would take a look at the brand and be like, dang, that looks extremely painful. How long did it take to heal?
2 years.
2 years? You must have some awful insurance through whatever group you were part of. King Reginald, my
Insurance.
knee got fixed in 6 months.
Well, I wasn't exactly favored in the community since I follow what is considered a weak god by Kargas, and I led a mutiny alongside my friends.
See, I ain't never led no mutiny. I used to ran the little street gang of little children. They were quite annoying. They set me up, and that's how I ended up serving. I never had no dreams about it myself. That's how my parents ended up dying.
Kargas would hire you by killing your family and telling you either live or die, and then have you die in a battle. I've seen it happen multiple times.
Sheesh.
Yeah, okay. You win this trauma dumps, my good sir. I'm sorry for trying to compare.
Not as much.
My gosh. Nikolai, Shadowrat, and Solomon, I'd like you guys to add a fate point to your sheet for the lovely roleplay. I liked each of your input. The night closes in, and you guys are hearing the grasshoppers and the crickets off in the night. You hear frogs and toads croaking. It is not a quiet night whatsoever. It almost sounds like a jungle where you're at, just rich with life all around. And I want to know, do we have any people in the group that are like, city mouse, country mouse? Do we have any city mice in our group?
Oh, I would be a city mice, definitely.
Is there anyone else that's not too accustomed to being outside? Well, for Shadowrat, I think it would be pretty difficult to fall asleep with all this noise. I mean, you're used to hearing the nightlife, the predictable intonations and rise and fall and singing of people when they're drunk and outside and ruckus, but this is just a constant shrill whirring of white noise caused by nature incarnate. So it takes you a bit extra to fall asleep. Gonna roll some dice. In the middle of the night, no one declared that they were keeping watch, and you guys hear footsteps approaching
Oh dear.
from down the hill. What do you guys do?
Do we have time? I would stealth through the trees, try to sneak down there and see, try to see who they were before they can sneak up on the group.
Sure. So these are footsteps that are trying to sneak. So you're gonna try and act very quickly, is what I'm hearing. You wanna move very swift. Sure. What is your stealth?
2.
2. Sounds good. All right. You pop up quick as a flash. You push your. Do you have a bedroll? Like, what are you sleeping on?
I actually did not have enough money for bedroll, so I'd just be sleeping on the ground
Oh
the short
God,
time-
so
yeah,
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You get up and you push the pine needles away just soundlessly. You didn't have to strap on any clothes or anything. You're fully kitted up, and you're moving to intercept those footsteps. The moon is high in the sky. Let's see. This is the week after the full moon, so it would be a bit dark. You see the outline of a figure. It looks shorter than a full-grown man, shorter than a full-grown woman. Sneaking up the hill. Looks like they have weapons on them. What do you do?
I will ready my blowgun, step out of the bushes, and ask them to state who they are.
So a voice calls out in the night, "State who you are," from Shadowrat, and the figure stops, and a light chuckle comes out. and they say, "Oh, you know I'd rather not. But you've already heard this before. Professional help. Come on, you know it's me."
I'll just laugh at the man and lead him up to the rest of the group. And
Right
that way
on.
he doesn't have to sneak. And I'll like call out that we were approaching.
Bold of you to assume that it's a man. No one knows. No one knows, frankly. They're very androgynous in nature. Either way, you lead the halfling up, and sure enough, it's your spy. They've come to meet you. But they didn't want to cause too much of a ruckus. I'm so glad you didn't shoot at them. So they come up to the top and they're like, "Sorry guys, didn't mean to bother you too much, but I think we need to have a team meeting right about now. Got a couple of leads for you."
As they get up to the top, I'm gonna startle awake and like draw my sword and like who goes there?
Halfling's gonna point over at Philip and be like, "I like this one. I like this one. Very prepared. You're gonna go far. I know it."
Solomon's gonna try and roll out of his bedroll and grab his bow, which was laying beside him. He's gonna fail miserably, but
Halfling's gonna say, "Did I not make enough noise? Do I need to make my presence known here? I am sorry, but listen, moving quietly, it's just in my nature, okay? Anyway."
You say you move quietly. I still woke up and heard you. I move quieter.
"You heard me?"
I maybe not a lot. I heard you enough to know someone was approaching, though.
Ah, I just find that very impressive. Good on you. You know, you should probably be camp sentry with eyes and ears like that.
You grow up on the streets all your life. You learn to watch out for people, especially the slightest of noises.
The halfling raises an eyebrow and whistles a pattern that sounds a bit like a bird would, but it's slightly off. There's something wrong about it. It sounds slightly human to you, and the halfling just like keeps an eye on you to see if there's any response.
My ears will perk up, and I'll be like, "So I can tell you know multiple languages. I'm gonna guess elf and human."
Ah, never you mind. Anyway.
You trying to call in some backup to ambush us?
Oh, I would never. Listen, frankly, out of all my employers, you guys pay me the best. Okay? It is in my best interest to keep you all happy, and I believe that the news I have is going to keep you very, very
If you were
happy.
trying to keep us happy, you wouldn't have woke us up in the middle of the night.
Okay, well,
Would you like some tea?
by Deirdre, what am I supposed to do? Okay, to tickle your nose? Give you a light rub on the shoulder?
We should all have
Now
some
that you
tea and
mention
sit down.
Some
the
tea
suspicious
sounds
bits.
fucking lovely. Thank you. Have
All
we
right,
met
Teresa,
before?
Worked on having tea. I'm making tea.
Have we met before?
Well, since we're awake now, you might as well get out with it.
Real quick, I would like shadow wrap out of suspicion to like climb a tree and just keep perch and listen for anyone else approaching.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Fair enough.
We did agree to meet. I mean, I think you could arrange it on such a short notice, right?
Oh.
No need for any hard feelings, right?
I've got ears everywhere. I've got a bird in every tree, and believe me, my birds fly fast. If you know what I mean.
Deirdre, though.
What's this about birds now? You speak with birds?
I follow all the gods, all the goddesses, even a few cults. You see, I'm not someone who just picks and chooses. I like to take it all with me. And when I say birds, I am using euphemisms. You know what that means, don't you?
No.
All right. That's great. No, that's fine. You're doing great. You're doing great, buddy. Halfling says, "You'll be very happy to hear that I know of a camp of goblins that have gotten their hands on something they have no idea how to use."
And what would that be?
Well, there's a ruined wizard's tower northeast of Stream Bridges. Some goblins plundered it, killed the golems that were there, and looted it. Completely empty. All that's left are cobwebs and memories. They have a camp northeast of Stream Bridges, and I think you guys have what it takes to take them out. Maybe if there were a few more of you. But they've got some magical goodies on them. Ripe for the
How
picking.
many of them are there?
Less than 2 dozen?
What's a dozen?
That's 12, my friend.
Think a
that's right.
donuts crash. Shadow Rat calls from the tree.
I've never been able to count up to 12.
Well, it's all of your fingers and 2 of your toes.
Oh,
Precious.
nobody
Precious.
ever told me to use my toes before.
Oh my god. Gregory, give yourself a fate point for that. You made it so
Alright,
easy to understand. Love
I
it.
will mark that down.
Excellent. The halfling is going to say, also, a familiar face whose name you may recognize, Darkstar the Pirate. She's thinking about taking her boat to explore far west, crossing oceans and such. She wanted to get the word over to you. She wanted to have a talk with you before you left Cat Basement, but frankly, you were in so much of a hurry you missed her.
Well, we can always head back. We'll be back there soon enough once the blockade's figured out.
None of these
West.
songs are working.
Interesting. So there are even more things further west.
Rumor has it.
That is interesting.
You know, I was talking with some of the scholars over at Cat Basement, and they've done some complex mathematics. They've been looking at the moon in the sky and how Sol shines on this planet and projects an image of proportionally onto the moon. It's all very complicated, but allegedly, everything that we have marked out according to our star charts accounts for less than 50% of what Earth's surface contains. In short words, there's more than half of this planet we have not discovered yet. And who knows what could be going on over there. I figured you would be the first ones to hop on such an opportunity, and Darkstar is offering to be your captain.
That is certainly a good offer, but we still have Reginald to deal with here.
That is very true. You know, I was going to say, his taxes are kind of fucking everyone over right now, and getting ready and geared up for an expedition like that, it's going to be everyone paying out their ass in order to get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been thinking about this as well. What if we get with the Thieves Guild? Some of my little birds work for the Thieves Guild. They have a fantastic forger over there. One of your members, Devach, he knows this guy. Don't tell Devach we had this conversation. But if we worked with a calligraphy artist and a forger, we could get ourselves invited to a luncheon. Maybe we could put something in his food. What do you think about that?
Like spices?
Like
More like-
spices. Yes. Perhaps a liquid solvent. Salt. Perhaps we could give him a stomach irritant, and we could send in one of our cloak and daggers while he's using the lavatory.
Ooh, you're speaking right up my alley. A knife to the throat's always my favorite way to settle a dispute.
Or we could use hemlock. It takes a while
Hemlock?
to act it, and he would die. It's a plant. It's poisonous. I've seen a man ingest it. Day later, dead in his bed.
How do they die? Does it stop the heart? Does it sunder the brain? How does this happen?
I couldn't really tell you. I'm not
There's
too
no
sure about
fun
that.
in poisons. You don't ever get no blood on you.
I couldn't tell you the true effects of it. I may be a doctor, but I don't generally deal in poisons.
See. Well, not to use a cruel euphemism here, but I feel like there's more than one way to skin this cat. More than one way to get the job done. But we need to do something about this quick.
I do have a thought. It could be that hemlock affects the nerves in your body. That's the best thing I could think of.
Well, he has some nerve, spreading his awful regime all across Europa and now Alke-Bulan. You see, I thought that Alke-Bulan would be safe. But not any longer. Maybe there's another way about this. Maybe a full frontal assault, or a siege, or gathering friends.
A siege is a bit of an issue. We need a lot of people, and a lot would die.
Look around you.
We do have allies, yes, in almost every part of the world, but it's the problem of trying to get them together without Reginald noticing first and then putting a stop to us.
Exactly. And the biggest problem I have is, has anyone here even seen him?
Nope.
My entire 4 years of service, he never once spoke to the men directly, he never once left the castle. I've never seen him in person, no.
I don't mean to conjure up any nightmares, but...
He signed my discharge papers for me.
Yes, but you never saw that man.
But he
No.
saw his handwriting. Don't confuse Crash too much. He's a good man, but a simple one.
You guys were talking about first giving gifts to a guy and then you wanted to kill him. Like, I mean, if you want to give him a cloak and dagger, give him a cloak and dagger. Don't try and poison him, too. Mixed messages here.
The cloak and dagger is also another word for killing him, my friend.
I love
I didn't know that either.
Would it be true that Lord Reginald is maybe some nightmare creature, some ghoul or ghost? With
Well, maybe
with
just
ghost
some
riders?
He could be multiple people, or he could be hiding himself away to avoid assassinations.
What was that, Nikolai? I think I missed what you said.
Are we sure he's not a halfling?
Halfling? But he could be anything. He could be a lion man. He could be a dragon. None of us have seen him. So how do we coax him out? I'm sure he
Maybe
feels very
that's,
safe.
The dinner you mentioned,
They
like what
quit.
kind of fare is that? Is it like a regular thing? Like a big dinner? How many people would be attending? Is the Lord going to be there for sure? I mean, pretty vague information so far.
You could always invite him to a banquet.
Could invite him to a banquet. But what could we provide him that he would want?
Give him the keys to Cat Basement. Let him take down the Dwarven City. Let him try.
He's
Let
already
Chamber on his side.
he's already put the taxes on Cat Basement.
Oh, did he? I'm sorry. I'm not fully
But-
caught up in the lore.
But if we
We might want to
send
make sure our fortress is there first.
I do detect a snag in the plan. If we were giving him goods or monetary compensation just for him, he could just send one of his aides. How do
Yeah,
we
that's
get the
true.
man in the flesh?
We don't have anything that we could truly offer him that would bring him himself to the place.
What about the dragon egg?
Well, we'd have to lie about that.
Well, I mean, there's one in. We know where there is one, right? We could say we'll give it to him. but he has to pick it up in person.
I mean, what do we know about the man?
We've never
Aside
seen him, so we
from
could just
we
say
don't
just
like
about it.
him, and apparently he likes gold and silver.
He is very greedy, from what we know. Yes.
Very greedy. He's always been known for his brutality, even as a babe. He would bite and hit and spit at his parents until he got what he wanted. And I guess he never advanced beyond that. He just wants more. So what if we were giving him something that was truly suited for him?
We would need to find someone in the castle that has met him that would be willing to give us more information about him personally.
Maybe that could help.
So you were telling us you have no birds inside Reginald's castle whatsoever?
These things take time.
I just
We might be
expected
able
that-
to do some reorganization.
I am surprised. I thought you, of all people, one of the greatest spies, and the one we enlisted, would have one there.
I'm sure you two know, the halfling points at Shadowrat and Philip, how long it takes to get into the service if you're not a veteran already. And frankly, a bird who goes into combat is usually a dead bird.
Shadowrat, looking anxious, replies, "Well, you can always use a previous veteran to get into the castle, couldn't you?"
That's not a bad idea, says the halfling.
The problem is finding a veteran that's willing to work with us.
We have two. Crash and I both served. Crash 12, me 4. He saved my life when I got kicked out of the military, like in the battle that led to me getting kicked out. I wouldn't be alive without Crash.
You were kicked out, though, so I don't think they would want you back in.
Discharge, whatever. I still have many other skills they could find useful.
Is it an honorable discharge or a dishonorable discharge? This is a
Honorable
very important
discharge.
distinction.
I took at the Battle of Honey Hill. I took an arrow to the knee and Crash pulled me out, ran into combat and pulled me out and saved my life. The injury was too severe at the time to let me continue serving, and they just kicked me out and was like, if you get better and you want to come back, do it. If not, you're out.
In the dim moonlight, you see like a thick swallow on the halfling's throat at the mention of the incident at Honey Hill. But otherwise, no other physical tells come from them.
The problem is with that is that are you willing to basically give up your life? Because if you're found out, you're dead.
The Shadowrat looks increasingly anxious with his reply. Yeah, absolutely. I do anything for professional help.
What if we offered the man a custom sewn garment? Or a chair? Cut for his royal ass?
Like a trap chair. Like we bring it in as a disguise and we attack him once he sees it.
Is this one of your euphemisms too?
I don't know anymore. I'm running out of ideas here, okay?
A tailor? A tailor
what?
that wants to offer him a custom-made cloak or something and needs his sizes?
It would have to be something powerful, but something. He's scared of magic that he can't have. If we bring him like a magical weapon for him and him only, that might draw his attention.
We left the talking sword
Magical?
down in the depths.
A magical artifact just for him.
What
That
you
could
say
turn
about
his
his
eye.
greed, if you truly believe he's like that, I'm sure a weapon of power that he could have of his own would be more than enough to draw his attention.
That sword you mentioned, it grants great status. This man is obsessed with appearances.
The main issue is getting to it. I only know about it from word of mouth. I wasn't there to see it be lost.
think you may be
Tea's
onto
ready.
something. Oh,
We can
lovely.
always ask back with the group and go fetch it ourselves.
Rick
The,
comes over and starts like pouring everybody tea.
the halfling will give it a sniff and say, "Oh, is that sage? Or is this a white tea? I can't quite place it."
It's a white sage tea.
Oh, you devil! And gives you just like a light, like gentle push on the shoulder.
Solomon will
Everybody-
raise his cup and be like, "Good on you." He's gonna take a nice drink.
Why, that is the perfect temperature. You brew a damn good cup of tea.
I brew many things. It's sort of my skill.
Just the perfect thing for a rainy night.
Sorry, I wasn't quite paying attention, but what sword were we talking about again?
I know that from more veteran party members, Tina specifically, mentioned that we lost a talking sword down in the veins of the earth, where Atlan and multiple others died.
Jesus, what is with this player?
The main issue is the veins of the earth are very... how do I put this? Dangerous place. Almost ever-changing. So
Player
while
really
we
doesn't
may know
like the music.
So while we may know the exact path to take, we cannot guarantee that it will always be a safe path. There's also the cult down there.
A magic
We do want to
sword.
recover the bodies at some point, right? Also that vein. But we agreed to lead them there. We get to it at some point.
See, when they send expeditions down to the veins of the earth, they usually don't expect them to come back. Which is why they were very prized and happy to see us come back from our venture.
I didn't know this
They
song had lyrics.
They even paid us for what little information we could offer from the area.
What, do we know the name of the cult? Oh, you guys can't both here.
We know they live in the Dark Temple and they believe in 3 demons. Or devils.
Already knows the names of the 3 devils too.
Yep. Radgar, oh damn, I can't remember the other 2.
Egoth.
There we go. Yeah, that's the one. And
I have them written down.
yeah. Forgot to write down those 2. I got that one. But... oh well. But yes, there's a cult down there.
This wouldn't happen to be one that our spy knows about, would he?
Well, the veins of the earth are mysterious. Nobody goes down there ever, really.
The veins? You see, I have birds, but I do not have canaries. They do not go into the depths. Not down deep. I'm afraid I don't have anything helpful to tell you besides what you already know.
We do have Ribbon, a fellow member of the professional help, who comes from the land, the depths.
Ribbit.
But
That sounds like a halfling name.
he is a halfling. Actually, there's a village of halflings down there.
A village of halflings down there.
Yes.
Crash, don't start getting no memories. We're not pulling a Honey Hill Part 2.
I've heard legends. Heard legends of a halfling village that got swallowed up by the earth.
That'd be the one and the same, then. They have a tale there of that same
Couldn't
thing.
be. Couldn't be. There were no survivors.
The mayor's name's Stax, and Rebin is in our party. We met the farmer, Mr. Brown. They have sonic pigs.
No, they all would have been dead by now. And besides, nobody lived.
Mushrooms. The
Mushrooms.
environment. Potatoes.
I don't know how a halfling could live without Saul's warm embrace, growing the flowers, tending to the animals, keeping us warm in the summer, and hiding away during the winter. I just don't see it.
I
But
can
you
understand
swear.
that. I swear on my life. The very hands I have, the brands I carry, I swear.
Then I may need you to do something for me. I want to see it.
You
I
want
want to see it.
Well, we do need to escort some of the king's men down there to a specific adamantine cache. We could-
King Zan of Mournhold?
Correct.
It sounds like you would have an extra security detail that way. Listen,
Yes.
send me a note when you plan on that, and I'll make sure I'm there.
Of course.
I don't want to miss out.
It isn't too far of a trek off the place we're going anyways, and you would fit nicely into the holes that we have to crawl through. What is the spy's name again? I'm writing this down.
They have not shared their name. Do you want to ask them their name?
If I'm to write you a note, should I address you by anything, or...
Oh, address me however you want. I don't
Very
have a
well.
permanent residence.
But what if that note was for somebody else? Wouldn't you think that note was for you? If he says anybody?
I think if I refer to anyone else besides Atlan as Atlan, I think he would notice.
The
Even
halfling
I
is going to
shouldn't-
respond to Gregory and say, "Huh, I haven't really given it that much thought."
Or do you just read everybody's mail?
Oh, that's a crime. I wouldn't want to get thrown in jail and flogged. Especially not by
Even
Lord
I know
Reginald's
it's not a
crony.
good idea. You have to be called something. Even I know it's a good idea not to address things to spy. That's just asking for trouble. Trust me, I would know.
Well, I'm pretty accustomed to trouble. But I need to act as a shield. I need to protect my birds, and I need to protect those that I care about. And you fall under the latter category. Oh, that means the second category. I'm sorry, I don't think I know your name, says the halfling over to Philip.
I don't know that I want to share my name with you.
Oh, perfectly reasonable. I can't tell you the names of half the people I work with. Everyone's so secretive. No one wants to share information. Trade secret, I guess.
I mean, to be honest, you are a spy. You deal in information.
I'm a spy? Who told you that?
You did.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. Well,
Is that good
anyway,
enough information?
you have my attention. You have my interest. Wanted to know if there was anything you wanted to know.
Well, the topic of Lord Reginald. I mean, the man seems to be mysterious. Nobody's seen him, but there must be people he's close to. I don't know, friends, trusted advisors, family, or something.
The tragic truth is, he doesn't have much of his family left. He was close with Lord Waldrick, but you guys all know how that ended. You guys are the ones spreading the news. People call them rumors. I call it news. He did kill him. He sent him off to the Shoreline Hospital with full knowledge that he would be experimented on until he was deceased. When you guys came across him, he may as well have been dead. The man had lost his mind entirely, and I don't blame you for what you did. As for his family, he's the end of the family line, as far as I know. There may be scared, trembling family, timid in some corner of Ur. And friends? Who would befriend him? He has
He said-
business associates and
Oh.
generals. Wouldn't say they like him for his personality, but more so for his power and what he can do for them. So if you want to get close to him, you might need to get in the military infrastructure.
I understand not everyone likes Reginald, but you understand people respect him because he does know how to command power. He does understand how to run his cities. I've lived in his walls. I've been under his control. I'm trying to understand you guys' point of view, but what exactly makes you think he's so evil? I just can't see. I've served in his army. We were treated pretty dang well. Like I don't have much to complain about.
I can give you one reason. If I want to buy a bottle of wine that costs 1 silver, why does it cost 1.3? That's not right. What the fuck is a tax? Is that just you decide that you want my money, so I gotta pay extra? That doesn't make any sense to me. I should be able to go to the store and buy 5 copper worth of tobacco, and if I want to smoke all 5 copper of tobacco in my backyard with a hat on, I should be able to do so.
Taxes are what pays the guards to keep you safe. It what pays the farmers to help put the food on your table. It what paves the road for the carriages to travel.
Then why do we have to pay the farmers the exact same amount of tax if they are getting paid their money by buying from them?
This is far too complicated. If you spend any time in a halfling hovel, you will know that the baker bakes because they like to and they want to. Okay?
That's the most
Thankfully,
sad thing
I
you've
will
said all
never
night.
be in a hovel. I'll
What-
keep to my walls.
What was that, Philip? That
You
was
said
the...
this is the most complicated thing that.
Yeah. God.
The thing is, the money isn't going to the guardsmen or the farmers, it's going straight to Reginald's coffers.
Once again, as someone who served in his army, we were well armed, we were well fed. I don't have much to complain about. I think the money goes where it goes. I say we leave the sneaky stuff for the more dastardly people, and we go just handle the blockade like some rough and toughest.
You bring up an excellent point there. On the topic of keeping his men well fed and well equipped, I'm sure that you are familiar with a certain carriage that spontaneously caught fire and had not a single coin of silver or copper left in it afterwards? Yeah. Lord Reginald has invested a bit more into his security since that incident. So, just figured I would spread the word. I'm not saying I know that it was professional help that was responsible for that, but I'm saying professional help should be very, very cautious if they try to ransack one of his tax carriages again.
Seems reasonable.
See, thank you. Finally, you speak in some sense. Let's leave the guy alone just for a little bit, please.
How long can we put this off? In the last month, he's instituted a 30% sales tax on goods and services,
Would you
while
rather cut
still
the head of-
extending his tax policy. You see, at the beginning of this year, it seemed like it was purely Europa. But now, he's acquiring township after township, village after village. Even cities are bending the knee, and he still needs to impose more taxes? This doesn't make any sense to me. If I had the resources, I would put a knife to his throat myself. I'd shoot a damn quiver full of arrows into him.
So you're a coward, is what I hear. You're not willing to do it yourself. You must send someone else to do it.
More like he doesn't have the resources to do it himself. He doesn't have this.
But he has all these little birds, all these little secrets. I mean, it sounds like he has plenty of resources. And we're just trusting you?
You come across as someone who
Hey,
hasn't spent time in Verico, not. Ideas are worth their weight, are worth more than their weight in gold.
That's why I'm not very rich.
You're
Well, you
rich
found the
in
right group.
friends.
Precisely. Sipping the
Guys, look
tea.
at that face. How could you not trust a face like that?
I'm gonna go grab something from my fridge. Be back in a second.
Yeah.
You guys can
Alright,
talk amongst
pause.
yourselves and strategize. And bonus cat cam while I'm away.
Ooh, very important. Look at the kitty. Where's my kitty emotes? I need the. That's Groucho.
What were we trying to get out of this guy?
He's our spy.
He just this information. We learned about the Goblin Tower, the goblins who stole from the Mage Tower. We're learning a lot from him.
Yeah,
Is
he's
that-
very useful. We keep him around for a reason. The veteran members of professional help had hired him. He's our spy, so he gives us random quest
Are
hooks.
we the B team? We're the C team, aren't we?
Solomon has participated in the B team. That's about all I can offer.
You can.
We're like the run to the pack currently, because a lot of us are very weak. We're like we're the C team of professional help.
Did we lose anyone? Or is
No.
this the same group? Okay.
Same group.
I didn't take inventory of our group. I see Claiborne in chat. Does that mean Claiborne is gonna be joining us? I'm excited.
He said he would join a little late.
Yeah.
But he said he would be there, so I
Okay.
can.
He
Yes, I only
joins.
have about an hour left that I can stay on.
Ah,
I know. If my life wasn't chaotic right now, I could stay. But
how dare your life be
Happy to hear
chaotic.
about the big news in your professional life, though.
I have an interview in about 2 weeks.
Very nice.
Oh, yes.
I've been unemployed for 13 months, so that's I had an interview this last week. I heard back almost immediately that they want me to interview again. So yeah, I'm excited.
That's really good, man. My unemployment was 12, 13, like 14 and a half months.
Yeah.
So I know exactly how you feel on the
I mean, by the time I
fucking
actually start, it'll
hopelessness.
be probably 14 months, but yeah, I'm excited.
I hope they can get you on really quick. I don't know much about that
last time
nature
it
of
took
work.
me like 2 months to get started, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
But that was CPC codes. WRPS is a different machine.
Right on. I was just about to say, like, oh yeah, I don't want to pry into details. I don't want to dox you.
Oh, I'll share. I don't care.
Sure.
You can dox me. I got nothing on me.
No, I'm really happy for you. It's a pretty good crew.
Hey, my fellow
Hey.
cleric Stefan.
Welcome, Stefan. Welcome.
Good to be
He's
back
been
in the C
asleep
team.
the entire time.
Wait, is Stefan level 3?
I think I am.
Well,
Yeah,
that sounds like a
Stefan's the highest
carry
level.
to me.
Yeah, because he Stefan was a yeah.
We're surrounded by like level 1s right now.
Oh joy.
I'm very close to level 2, but I can't do anything about it.
How many?
Like
How much
halfway.
XP do you need?
I need 247.
Good lord. Good lord.
I need like 1,000 silver.
Carry it is then.
So we've got a new voice in our chat now. Stefan, would you like to give us a brief description for those who do not know you?
Sure. Thefin is a sort of younger man who's got a sandy blonde hair and stares at the world with wide, doe-eyed appreciation of all things and nothing. He is a servant of Garmir, the dog demigod, and is also usually clad in what used to be simple robes of like light blue and brown, but recently he has acquired a suit of full plate armor that is stylized in the form of the hounds from Game of Thrones in honor
Oh,
of
yeah.
Garmir, his deity. And he carries with him a large combat a war scythe, basically, as a polearm. And yeah, is a bit of a simple man, but has been trying to assist as best he may after being rescued by the party from down in the caverns.
Hey, great description. Kept it detailed, kept it short. Now I'll inform you what's going on. So first off, as far as the music bot goes, there's a rocket icon in Discord for activities. If you give that a click or a tap, it'll bring you into a watch together activity that like runs YouTube. We're gonna give that a go.
I see.
I've learned that like more than half of the songs that I try to put on are blocked for whatever reason. So this is not the best solution. This is not the ideal solution, but it's good.
It works, I guess.
At least we can change volume and people like opt in and they like know when the music is coming instead of just getting
Yeah.
blasted when they join. So that's good. I'm
Okay,
sure we can do
do that.
better. Sure we can do better. Anyway,
I-
so
I like it.
the party, what do you know about our fortress purchase, Stefan?
I know that an egg was offered up for what we were getting, and what we were getting was quite a lot. The territory, the tools, the people to build it,
Perfect.
a standing army to guard it, et cetera,
Nice.
et cetera. I know we're in the money.
You're up to date. You're up to date. Right on. So the
No,
party
okay.
was like, we want to meet with the spy, and we want to see if we can handle the roadblock, the military roadblock that's between the halflings of Turtle Bay and the gnomes of Tulu down in Belvedere. The roadblock that is preventing international trade between Cat Basement and Belvedere. Party was going to see if they could do something about that. They sent post out to their spy halfling to see if we could meet up on the way. It is the middle of the night. It's a very dim moonlit night on a dry hill in a very wet marsh in pouring rain outside. It's a cold, rainy day in late June, and our spy has crept up the hill and is meeting with the crew. We're talking sedition right now, and what we can do about Lord Reginald. Also sounds like there's some goblins that plundered a wizard's tower. They got a bunch of magic goods, but they don't know what to do with it or how it works. And they're northeast of Stream Bridges on the map. We also heard that Darkstar the Pirate was planning on going into the ocean and going as far west as she possibly could to see what's out there on a new adventure, and wanted to know if you guys wanted to come.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So many things happening.
Yep, lots of stuff happening. We were talking about maybe trying to get invited to a party or something with Lord Reginald. Gregory said, what if we hold a banquet and have Lord Reginald come? We mentioned, what if we got something that's specifically made for him that we couldn't like give to one of his aides or his emissaries, because we need the man there. We could like poison him or like make his stomach upset and then kill him while he's in the bathroom. Like, we're just trying to think how we can get rid of Lord Reginald, because it's gone too far. So if you have any input on that, now's a great time to bring it up.
Oh, this is all way above my pay grade. Why can't we just, I don't know, rob some stuff from some robbers? That seems easy enough.
Oh, I know. There's some goblins that stole from a wizard tower. We could go rob from them.
Yeah, I think I heard that when I was waking up from my ale-induced stupor there.
Glad to have you back from the realm of drunkenness.
I need a drink after what I've been through.
Do you want some tea? I think I have some left in the pot.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Gregory's gonna give you some white sage tea.
I will
Fantastic.
accept it gratefully with a nod and a bow.
And you automatically level up when you drink it. So
No, awesome.
yeah.
Gregory, have I offered you a fate point for your hospitality tonight? I don't know if
You
I have.
have already. Yes,
I have.
I've
Okay.
already-
Just
Solomon-
doubling down on like I really like what you're doing.
Solomon's not going to look too pleased at the idea of Stefan being drunk, but he's going to let it slide.
The halfling spy was gonna say, "Oh, by Brondo, I completely forgot. I brought a bottle of wine to celebrate your new fortress. I wanted to share with you guys."
Ooh.
And
Nice
pulls
of
out
you.
like top shelf wine. Top shelf. It's got the gold
Halfling
leaf.
hospitality is world renowned. I'm sure.
100%. 100%. Pulls out a very simple bronze corkscrew. Goes right into it. Pops it out. Rips off the gold leaf and holds it out and says, "I'm sure one of you is going to want this." Hands it to Philip, who said he was dead broke. So you have some like a gold leaf wrapper, basically from a wine bottle.
That's like 5 silver, right?
Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Get it melted down or get it appraised or something. And you know
Eat
what,
it.
Devil Dog
Tell your
Airman?
shit.
I wish I could disable Catboy mode too, but I gotta stay true to the charity incentive. One more year.
One more year. Jeez. All
April
right,
28th.
If I drink this wine, what kind of notes am I getting?
Ooh, that's a really, really good question. In the party, I'm just asking out of character. Do we have any players that like know a lot about wine?
Sorry.
I mean,
Not
a
a
little bit.
massive amount, but yeah, I drink wine a lot.
I enjoy wine. I like go to wineries and stuff.
Same. Most of what I've learned by the drinking of it.
Sure. What would be like an almost magical effect that is believable in reality?
Okay. Well, first we gotta ask, white or red?
Oh, this is a red.
Is it red?
Yep.
And next question is dark red or light red?
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Okay, so we're talking about probably
Is that like a Pinot Noir?
a Pinot might be good. Let me pull something up real quick.
How about this? The magical ability to mystically increase your health, but in reality, it's just universal health care.
Devil Dog Airman in chat is saying he knows a lot about wine. Feel free, just spill in chat. You know, this is a collaborative storytelling experience. I love taking inspiration from many
So
different
it's either
sources.
like a Pinot or it's like a red Zinfandel. So Zinfandel is like it's a dark-ish red, but it's got like typically hints of like plum and berries and red currants. It's a really good wine for like
Yeah, that sounds
like you pair it with
pretty
like
good.
not like red meat, but like salmon or fish.
That sounds like that good shit. It sounds like it would be a Zin.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, a Zinfandel is really good.
Yeah. I think this would
So
be
it's
an excellent quality Zinfandel. Zinfandel.
Ooh, yeah.
Zinfandel?
Zinfandel, yeah.
Okay, 2 N's. Zinfandel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fantasy version. So you just add an N.
The flavor profile, like right when you press it to your lips, it has that warm, tingly feeling, and that very first taste is like, oh, this isn't going to be anything special, and immediately just like ramps up into deep, complex flavor with an excellent finish at the end. That's like, whoa, like each sip is an experience for you. and between what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, you guys would probably finish the bottle like
Solomon's not
one
drinking.
cup each. 6 of you, 1 cup each, right?
With the
probably
6
do
of
it.
us, one cup each. Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it. You guys would kill it.
Yeah, I guess I'll have a bit.
Who wants the bottle, if anyone? I mean, a bottle has many uses in an adventure.
I'll take the bottle.
Oh,
Sweet.
Shadow can have the bottle.
no, it's not that big a deal. If you want it, you can have it.
This is Sleeping Bears Zinfandel.
Sleeping Bears Zinfandel. Ooh.
Yeah, he's like
That sounds
it's
like
like
a
a it's like a
really-
side image, like a profile of like a bear that's way too big for the bed, and he has a nightcap on.
And there's like 1,000 bottles underneath the bed, or no?
Oh, that'd be funny. I'm thinking a more simple image where it's just like bed, bear, hat. It's a Zinfandel. So, this is like an open forum for questions with your very well integrated halfling. If you want information about what's going on in the world or potential hooks, like this is also a great way to creatively collaborate with your game master and be like, hey,
Okay.
I think it would be fun if we had like a chase kind of thing. Like, oh, do you have
I
any
was gonna
jobs that are a
ask, I was
chase?
gonna ask the spy where he got the wine, because I need some good wine for a party I'm throwing.
Gotcha.
And I need to know where he got it.
So the dwarves over at Streambridge is just east of here. I'll do it in character. I got this from Streambridges. Those dwarves over there sure know how to grow plants. Listen, they have strawberries, they have currants, they have grapefruit, all of this growing underground. Can you believe that? They're not underground plants. Strawberries need the sun, but it's completely dark in there. I don't know how they do it, but they found a way. They found a way to grow these underground, and they have an outstanding, remarkable wine industry over there. Lots of questionable pieces of writing as well. They write a lot of smut over there. Not really my thing, but
We in the city walls love our drunken, dirty songs. This sounds like my kind of place.
really maybe. It may be. Not really my crowd, but yeah. They also have quite a Alright guys, I need you to help me with the vocabulary here. What's a group of leaders that's just kind of like arbitrarily the leaders? Is that oligarchy?
Yeah, well, oligarchy is for the rich.
It's for the rich.
Yeah, oligarchy is just when the rich
It's like
people
akin
are
to
in
a
charge.
council.
So this is like a really
HOA,
recent
an association.
Yeah.
it's a really recent fort. Like it got built and established and dug out and inhabited very quickly, and all the founders are still alive over there.
Oh, okay, so it's an HOA.
It's a non-archy.
Is that a pun or is that a real thing?
No, it's a pun.
Oh,
Damn.
honestly, it sounded legit. I was gonna be like, yeah, we can call it that.
I swear it's like a settler kind of thing. Like they settled and the 7 people that started doing all the work are now the 7 that are in charge. I don't remember what that is. That
I do not know.
A gerontocracy if they're the oldest?
they're not the oldest. They're just the ones that set it up.
Founders.
Okay, hold on.
Like,
Name for leaders.
I know there's got to be a name for something like this. Like when Jamestown was founded, you know? Plymouth Rock, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, like other than like a paternalistic leadership, which is just like the oldest.
Maybe we can make up our own name. These are also dwarves. These are
Yeah.
dwarves that set it up. They're right on the coast. They do a lot with glass. They have an elite group of soldiers called the Hell Divers that are planning on digging into deep, 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 deep underground.
Let's call it clonocracy. Clonaauocracy.
Onocracy.
Clonocracy, yeah.
Sure. It sounds kind of like clan. Was that intentional?
Yes.
I dig it. I dig it. A clonocracy. Yeah.
I'll take another fate point. I'm up to 4 for this session alone.
Jesus Christ! Listen, like the role play is how you get the fate points. That and like super epic moments, which can happen during combat. But I think it's a nice balance because having the fate points helps you out in times when the dice are rolled, and it can help in combat. So like people that are not rolled to be good in combat can end up doing some cool things. So yes, I approve. You have a fate point.
Sweet. I want to set my other computer and record all this.
Well,
So yeah, that's where it came from.
Actually, I hate to do this. I do have to go now. My sister is calling me so we can get some stuff done.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
fair enough. I'm glad you're
I
able to
wish I
come.
didn't have to leave so soon, but
Cheers.
good luck, everybody.
Okay,
All right, thanks. Catch you later.
thanks for being here. So, I think Solomon was saying something.
So, should we head down to the goblins?
I do want to hold our horses for a moment. If you guys have been like looking for specific types of adventures and stuff out there, I'm pretty good at ad-libbing this kind of stuff. So if you are like, damn, I wish we could have like a chase scene on griffins and shooting arrows and stuff and dealing with gravity traps and stuff, like things like that.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Assassination quest would be kind of cool.
Well, we've been on one since the very beginning, so you're in luck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
but of my king, but like a separate assassination quest would be pretty cool too.
Sure. Let me think about that one. I will get back to you on an important individual, but I'm open to other quest suggestions now as well.
Have we done a heist?
Ooh, a heist.
We have like a really good group to do a heist.
Heist.
If we had Ribbon here, he's like the best sneaker. That would be great.
I have an idea for a heist, but you're gonna need to give me some prep time to make it extra good.
Yeah.
That's just like me to you guys. We'll introduce it.
Yeah.
I just need a name for the thing really quick. I know exactly what the thing is, but I need a name. Give me just a sec. Okay, just real quick, just so I don't accidentally plagiarize something. What was the really expensive thing in the Titanic movie called? It was like around her neck. What was that called?
The star.
Can someone look it up? I know it's like on the tip of my tongue. It's the something of the something.
I'm doing it right now.
The heart
The
of
heart
the
of the-
ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the Heart of the Ocean.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just trying to think of a cool gem. What are some of your favorite gems? Just an open question.
My birthstone, peridot.
Peridot?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. Oh, that's pretty.
I really like amethyst because it's purple usually. I actually have a geologist for a sister, so if we need gems, I can just go to her. She has a massive book of them.
I like tourmaline myself.
I like tourmaline as well. There's so many different kinds of tourmaline.
Yeah, the rainbowy one.
Let's see. I really
Watermelon
like
toilet looked
these.
really cool.
What did you say?
The watermelon toilet that was in the other pictures.
I did not know that existed. Oh, what the hell? That's crazy.
Why do Steven Universe characters keep popping up? Oh my goodness.
Because they're named after gems. I've never seen it, but I know that. These are beautiful.
Tanzanite is also a really good one.
Tanzanite?
Yep.
Oh, I think we got a winner here.
I'm gonna say I got one more. Tiger's Eye, I think, would be a good contender.
Not for what I'm looking for, but that is pretty. I'll keep that one in mind. Tanzanite. Ooh. Ooh. Let's think here. I had a perfect name, but it's like a really bad innuendo, so I can't do that.
Another gemstone that looks really cool is Adamite.
Adamite? That sounds a lot like adamantine.
It's very close, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
it's also
neat.
pretty.
That's
Yeah, it's
neat.
pretty.
This is what I'm looking for. This is perfect.
Yeah, it is. It is a really good one. I like it.
What would be a good name for one of these that was found like super deep in the ocean, unexplicably?
Leviathan's Eye?
Leviathan's Eye. It's not
Or
bad.
Eye of Leviathan probably would fit better.
An Eye of the World.
Ooh, and that opens up even more lore. Okay, so here's an idea. So, deep in the ocean, north of Rusty Bucket Bay, they found an obsidian leviathan, like the corpse of one, deep in the ocean, and they saw it had two huge tanzanites for eyes, and they extracted one of them and pulled it up to the surface, and there's still one down there. But this one is sitting in the beachside beachside museum in Rusty Bucket Bay, the one that overhangs the cliff over the ocean, and this one is on display. This is the same museum where the painting that acts as the entrance to the Maze of the Blue Medusa originally lay. So your spy is going to tell you that they have a buyer that wants this.
How much are they offering for it?
$37,000.
So we should go get that stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna write this down.
Should we do some
Healing
like, mission?
just happens to be my forte. Just gonna let you all know about that.
Should we do some like Mission Impossible stuff and be both the buyer and the seller and get the money and the stone?
Rob the person we sell it to right away.
Okay, but we'd be making nearly double our money if we don't risk it. So
What's
the
really
party's
funny
very-
is I was planning on doing like a quest where you guys like we do an underwater quest where there was like a boat with a bunch of really valuable goods on it that sunk, and you guys go down there and you explore. And what's crazy is like right after I thought of this idea, the fucking news started exploding about something incredibly similar, and I'm like, I don't want to do this right now.
But it's so funny what happened to them.
I just want to say that like it's it crossed my mind, and I think I'm gonna change a few things about the story But that may be a quest sometime, because frankly, I've been doing game master stuff for over a decade, and I've wanted to do an underwater adventure but never have.
It always sounds cool.
It also sounds really boring,
It also does.
because it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
just-
I shoot
if you
my
don't-
bow, whoosh, nothing happens.
It goes
You know?
bloop.
Yeah. Oh,
I
kitty.
did that as like a upper mid-level mage, and it was pretty fun. Just like hovering around with an orb of air and just like firing spells off anything that crossed me.
Yeah. I think we can plan on doing something cool like that, and I think that going to get the other Leviathan's eye would be a perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
Is this all going to tie into the pirate quest?
Maybe it will. Maybe it will. So just to offer some perspective on like physical locations of things. So here's where we are. We're in between Cat Basement, Bellavere, and Stream Bridges right now. And way over here, it's so laggy. In Rusty Bucket Bay. Oh, don't stretch out on that, kitty. That is a button. So there's a museum attached to the mayor's house that overhangs the ocean. And in there is the Tanzanite. Dude, you are just drooling everywhere. Can you not? Can you not?
What if there was some magical thing that happened if you reunited both?
Ooh.
Summon a
Ooh.
Leviathan.
Like it granted like a ship or something like I don't know.
Let's see. No, this is great. I love the storytelling like this.
Summon us a pet Leviathan or something. That'd be hilarious.
Like a ghost ship of like who slew the Leviathan, and
I mean,
perhaps the corpse down there is like a monument to what happened, and they released it into the ocean like in memoriam of it. And if you reunite those eyes, then like a ghost ship springs out of the ocean loyal to you.
An underwater beast that would cast in stone because they're too dangerous.
I mean, it's a free plot of land to put things in.
These are good ideas. These are good ideas. I like that. So a heist would be a fun adventure to do sometime, but I need some time to make it good. Need to make it really good. Also, we need to consider like things that are within our means, right? Because we don't always have one of our carries around.
Yeah.
And an important thing is having our sessions give us a good amount of XP so that we can have more higher level characters. And that means big hauls that aren't super dangerous. So I don't know if anyone in this group has been around since the inception of this campaign besides Claiborne, but we got a hot tip about a treasure trove that was buried underground, and it was trapped, and it had a bunch of valuable loot in it, and we plundered that, and we got out with it, and it was a huge payday. Something like that would probably be a good one. Like a trapped dungeon with loot in it would be good.
So we should have our spy keep eyes and ears out for that.
think
Eyes
that'd be a
out
good one.
for achievable goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not trying to overthrow whole ass lords or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to do it, or else other terrible things are gonna happen. I mean, we got a 30% tax rate at the last threshold. And who knows when the next threshold is, or what's gonna happen.
High tax rates are only problems for the poors. As long as your income keeps pace, it doesn't matter.
Maybe that's why the party hasn't done anything about it, because we've kept over like 10,000 silver every session. Maybe
And
that's
a lot of our
why.
capital is like material wealth too. It's not like taxable.
Well, it is in that we buy things and they're more expensive. Like your plate mail costs 300 more silver than it should have.
Fair.
Or something like that. I think that's accurate.
Oh, we lost a person.
Persons.
For sins? We lost 2?
I thought I saw 2 portraits go down, but maybe I'm wrong.
No.
No, we just lost Shadow Rat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Achievable goals would be things like more carriages full of loot, finding ruins that have wealth in them.
Would grabbing all of Deather's monetary wealth count as treasure?
I mean, that's a good question. You're
No.
braving a dungeon to get stuff out that doesn't belong to you.
But if it was recovered by someone else, so like let's say deep goblins or deep vampires or something down there scooped up the loot and then you guys fucked them up and then got it, I think that would count. I think that would count as treasure. But if you guys go down there and there's no struggle or anything, it's just like, oh, here's his body, and you pick up the stuff and you get it out. No,
Would
that would not
Deather's
count.
body count as a treasure? Because to me personally, it is.
If you bury him, I will give a fate point to who buries him. Same with any body down there. Anyone in the campaign that dies, if you bury them, fate point to who buries them. You have to speak about their life, though.
Oh well, I can't do that. My characters never knew Deather. Damn.
I planned this. I planned this the first time we had a character death with Von Kielsing, who fucking sawed his eyes out with the smiling scimitar. Fuck, that was brutal.
That was nasty.
Another type of adventure that's within your means is the Maze of the Blue Medusa. I'm not saying that like it is the safest, but it's achievable. We have gone in and out 3 times and only had 1 death. So that is an option available to us. I also have an idea for like an opium den kind of dungeon thing in mind.
The Blue Medusa does have a higher success rate than the Depths.
Fuck, yeah, it does. The depths we've the Veins of the Earth we've done 2-3 sessions down there and we've lost 4.
Yeah.
Total. 5 if you count having one adventure retire and join a literal cult who worship dark gods.
Yeah.
Crazy Mohawk says it's a bad time. The Blue Medusa's evil. Oh god.
Yeah.
There's one of our carries. If he's able to join, we might be able to take on something a bit more ambitious.
Like maybe the goblins. Maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean, do we need them to go take on the goblin? Well, you said they were what, 12 goblins?
More than 2
magic.
dozen. More than 2 dozen.
2 dozen. Okay.
Less than 2 dozen.
Less than 2 dozen.
Less than 2 dozen. Yep.
That's still only slightly less than 24. So
And I will tell you that I roll dice, and sometimes the information that your spy gets is unreliable.
I mean, yeah, but we should at least.
It's been unreliable before, like when your spy said, "Oh yeah, those carriages, the carriages full of loot. They always travel on Fridays." That was unreliable. I rolled the die and it failed that time.
True.
But I mean, we're trying the blockade. We're trying to resolve peacefully, sort of.
True.
Aren't we?
True.
Hopefully.
I also have a dungeon that I had in mind. This is one that I've been wanting to run for years. I made like a vaporwave dungeon where like every room in the dungeon has a song associated with it and like a slight puzzle or traversal thing involved. It might be a fun thing to tackle. Oh, it didn't save our movement.
Oh dear.
It's okay. Tons of movement.
Oh boy.
Yeah, right. Tons of movement.
Well, we could go take care of the Bellavere problem, which will definitely put the leader of Cat Basement even higher in respect for us.
Y'all are like basically blood brothers at this moment. Like, I don't know how much else you want. Like, what are you gonna ask him for?
His
Honest
firstborn
question.
child would work.
Jesus. Honest question. Like, what more is there to gain?
Some enough trust to never betray us.
I mean, you got it. You gave him a fucking dragon.
Okay, yeah, but now he has a dragon.
You think a dragon would? I guess that's understandable. I think your fears are warranted. Okay.
Stefan wants to ride it.
Wants to ride the dragon. You're gonna have to be a lot older. It's
Yeah.
like
I-
it's like not even hatched yet.
I don't know if there are pseudo dragons in this world, but Philip would love a pet pseudo dragon.
Be amazing. It'd be amazing. If you wanted to ask about pseudo dragons, you would want to go far to the east to the Indigo Isles, which are a lot like Japan. You would want to ask all your dragon questions over there.
So Solomon does have a small mythical creature to share then. The Hashurian deathworm up in the desert.
What the fuck?
I based it off of the Mongolian deathworm, which apparently is believed to live in the Gobi Desert. It's a mythical animal.
What? I have never heard of this.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Is it like a purple worm in D&D or like the Dune thing?
It's just a creature that's alleged to exist in the Gobi Desert.
Sounds like a
Interesting.
beast that may have been forgotten.
It came into existence in like 1926.
Oh my, that's kind of recent. Okay. Well, you guys have given me a lot to think about. I'll start thinking about an assassination quest. I already have one in mind. I'll lay it on the line right now. So, I have something that might be a bit ambitious for you. You may remember a certain halfling who only had one of her hands, who owned a shop by the name of Divine Elegance over in Rusty Bucket Bay. She made custom clothes, you see. However, she's not the most business savvy and hasn't quite figured out her branding. Anyway, there's a rival clothier who has been reselling her designs at a markup over in Rockstick. Simply put, she wants the bastard dead. Think you're up to it?
What do we know about the guy? The person. The rival. Do we know anything? Is it just like a merchant?
I'm gonna roll some dice to get some answers. He's gonna be an easy target.
Is that our spy saying that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, as far as the spy knows, there's no guards or anything like that on this guy?
They say I wouldn't expect much from him.
Do we have to take the person out discreetly?
Just as long as it gets done, that's what she says. And Crazy Mohawk, who is the player of Vorak, says, I will donate a black powder bomb to take them out if need be. Mwahahaha. So. Black powder bombs do a shitload of damage. It's like a big barrel full of explosives. Does a lot of damage.
Yeah. Vorak's the explosives expert, isn't he?
Do we need to leave the rival store intact?
Well, it's not in the contract. But if you want to go above and beyond, we might be able to use that to leverage even more payment.
I'm just thinking we could just send the bomb to the owner in the store, addressed to him, kind of like disguised as a shipment of wares.
How would we rig it though?
Um, I don't know. Philip's not the brightest person.
Seems to me like the wisest choice to make the most money would be to get rid of the person, then take over the store and keep selling the dresses at a markup and make more profit.
But then she would just ask for more people to assassinate us.
Yeah, but there's more of us than there are of her.
What if we get her in on it and we get a cut of the pay? So we wouldn't have assassins, and we'd be getting money more than we would be getting from the job.
I shrug and I say, how long do you want to spend there? We could just sell what's in stock and get out.
Well, what we could do, we could kill the person, steal all the clothes in the store, sell them back to the original person so that she can be sold, sell them again. Sounds like a win-win. Because she would get paid twice for selling the same thing, and we get paid for selling them back to her.
Yeah, but my concern is how do we get paid twice? I don't really care about her.
Oh my god. You guys are funny.
Well, we get paid for the assassination, and then we get paid for selling the clothes back to her.
How do we disguise us selling the clothes back to her, though?
That's so many hoops to jump through. Why don't we just sell what's there and get on with it?
That's an option too.
I think just selling to the populace as quickly as we can and just leaving would be better.
Aye.
Taking
By
some
the
notes.
way, I find being an assassin distasteful, personally speaking. I was just conjecturing.
That's a big word.
I was a shepherd of the way. I'm not the one that makes the way for others unless they cross me, of course.
Well, I do what needs to be done.
Well, I'll tag along, surely.
You said that's all the way up at Rusty Bucket.
No, that's over by...
Where the shopkeeper has her shop. Here, I'll show you the map. So,
Yeah.
the target is in Rockstick. Rockstick is a dwarven settlement that is like kind of stuck in the Stone Age in a way. They're super well known for their food and drink, but their technology is absolute dog ass. Their science is horrible. It's like if you played one of those 4X games and you just stayed in the Stone Age and just focused on food like crazy. That's what they're all about. She is over in Rusty Bucket Bay. And the name of the guy that stole is Baron von Klein. So it's kind of like a French name and a German name together. Baron von Klein. And that will pay 17,000 silver.
Yeah, lots of food, low tech is something I'd be doing if I were doing like a slavery-based build in Civilization or something.
Well, we have to cross
But it
through
would-
Bellevue. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it would take us a while to get there, wouldn't it?
We have to cross through Bellevue to get to there anyways. So... I think we just clear off the blockade because we're gonna have to do it eventually, and then we can head our way down to Rockstick to do the assassination. Unless we find something else to do.
Aye. Sounds like a plan.
Could be any number of interesting places to investigate on the way there and back.
Yeah, it's quite a journey. I mean, it's gonna take days. You guys are gonna have to cross this fucking desert and Locust Valley and the area around it. Like it's like not green whatsoever. This is kind of like northern Africa if you took all the lush parts out. It used to be beautiful and lush through this area, but Locust just wiped it the fuck out. It's really awful.
Would it not be quicker to go in the ocean?
Could
Well,
be.
I suppose.
You guys do have the favor of Darkstar the pirate. I think that you guys have one more round trip for free with her
Mm.
that she was willing to
There's
offer.
one catch. The whistle that summons Darkstar is on Deather's body in the sublevels.
Yeah.
Well, I think a better way to describe that whistle is like it's a really, really high pitched shrill whistle that she's gonna know, like if she hears it. But if she's out of earshot of that thing, like she's not gonna appear.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you'll need that. You could also send her post, right? I mean, she's still at Cat Basement with Trissy and McCarthy.
So should we go to Belvier and then send our spy back to deliver a message to the pirate?
That could certainly work. Darkstar is taking a sabbatical that's lasted over a month because on one of your adventures you found the corpse of her mother, and she has not taken the news very well. She's been doing a lot of drinking and a lot of soul searching in Cat
Well,
Basement, and
this could be a quick, easy trip to get her back on her feet, back going again. You
could
know?
be, yeah. All right, let's tackle Belvedere. So your spy is gonna say, "Oh, geez, well, we really talked long into the night, didn't we? I was kind of planning on having this be a touch and go, but I would feel a bit more safe if I could shack up with you guys and just crash. Is that cool?"
Feel free, my friend.
Hello, kitty. You want to come up?
You can have my bedroll if you did not bring one with you.
That is so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. I did not bring one of my own. I appreciate it, holy man.
I'm just doing my job.
All right. So how are you guys going into this night?
Solomon will stay awake because he already gave up his bedroll. He might as well.
All right. Sounds good to me. And then when the sun rolls in, you're gonna study some spells.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are foregoing sleep, is what I'm hearing.
He got some sleep before the spy came up, but yeah.
Sure.
Unless someone else wants to take watch for a minute.
I mean, I could take watch for like. I should probably take first watch because I need to sleep and then do my spells in one contiguous motion.
2 clerics. Let's go.
Yeah.
Just making sure that there it is.
At least we could heal double.
I mean, yeah.
That's the benefit of having 2 clerics. Just heal more.
What I'm thinking of is I heal none and bless all.
Well, that's fine. Solomon's the healer anyways.
Well, there we go.
I mean, even if Solomon is out of spell slots, he can bring people back for the brink if he rolls good.
Well, you stay back and the rest of us will be up front if we get into conflict.
Yeah, Solomon's more of an archer anyways.
Perfect.
Who's more the talker? They should probably be up front.
If you sit on that keyboard, I swear to God, you're sitting on the keyboard, doofus.
I have a penalty to both my charisma and intellect.
Solomon's average.
You're
Yeah, I was
causing
gonna say
trouble.
my charisma's
I mean-
0.
How charismatic is your character themselves? Because the charisma stat really only affects loyalty to all that much.
Cutie pie. Kitty.
All right, so here's my pitch, just like my general pitch. Deather's pile of crap in the basement is a loose end we could tie up, and we could hope that we don't run into anything and just get in and out with the crap and not even care about not getting XP off it. We'll just bank it and then use that stuff for whatever we do next. Because he had some stuff.
Oh, I should also mark in my notes that your halfling spy was like, I really want to make contact with the halflings in the veins of the earth.
Yeah, I wrote that down also. So
Yeah, that's a good one. Kitty, you are right in front of the keyboard, and I don't know how I'm going to type past you, sir. You want to sit on my lap? There we go. I'll take a note on that.
it'd be great to have Ribbon there for that also, just talking to the spy.
It would be
He's very
amazing.
charismatic. Yeah. But yeah, it sounds like we're.
Hey, that is not food. That is not. Put it out of your mouth. Put it out of your mouth. No, 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 Kitty.
Oh, no.
Eating a
You got
rubber
it?
band. I got it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's going in my fucking pocket. All right, you are causing a lot of trouble, sir.
Get
That
out of here.
mouthfeel.
Well, there's not much to do except to do it.
My
Well,
pleasure.
Stefan's taking first watch, and then Solomon's gonna take second. That's what I heard?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so you're doing 4-hour watch it, or? Yeah.
Oh, good idea. Double dog air, man.
I mean, if you want to take third watch, that's also a thing.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sounds good. So we got Stefan, Solomon, and then what was that?
Philip.
Philip.
For my watch, I'm going to be sitting. Do we have a cart with us?
We do have our wagon.
I'm going to be sitting on the wagon. It's been robbed before, and it'll give me a vantage point from which to view the area.
That's a great idea. All right, and can you remind me who was first watch?
Stefan.
Me.
Alrighty. And also, just to inform you about additional security measures, we did you guys tell them about the locks?
We did not. We bought a chest with 3 locks on it.
3 hooks, so you can't open it until you remove all 3 locks.
I see. That sounds cool.
No robberies.
Well, difficult robberies.
Unless they take the entire chest.
Yeah.
I'd wish them luck. That's a very heavy chest.
So, in the night, first watch. You're staying up, and I mean the whole marsh is just alive with frogs and toads and crickets and grasshoppers and just all the sounds of nature, as well as the rain. You don't hear any feet, but you hear the sound of a lockpick stuck in a lock, jiggling, trying to get free. Like, right fucking next to you.
I go, oi, and I turn and I look.
Child. And the child looks up, and you see pointed ears out the sides of their head, and they say, "Please, sir, please spare me!" Kid looks real skinny, like unhealthy skinny, like sunken cheeks. Hands are off of the chest locks.
I shake my head and I say, "You poor dumb fool. You shouldn't be going around making a life of crime for yourself like this. Someone was bound to do you in. You look hungry," I say, and I pass him one of the iron rations, which I'm going to open up for him.
They leave the lock in. They leave the lockpick in the lock, take the ration, and just fucking run. And I mean, this commotion is loud enough that anyone can hear it. If you're a light sleeper, you're totally like in your right to wake up from something like
Solomon
that.
would have woken up and just been watching.
You just hear
Making
like
sure.
wet feet just going splosh, 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 splosh down the hill, like away.
Solomon's just gonna nod his head and go back to rest till Stefan wakes him up again.
Stefan, please add a set of thieves' tools or whatever they're called to your
Specialist tools.
specialist tools to your inventory.
Our local
Done.
specialist would like those.
Yeah, I think one of our specialists was so fucking broke, couldn't afford
Yeah.
it.
They only had 30 silver to start with.
Whoa! 3 1s on their character creation. That's wild.
I
Yeah.
didn't even see the specialist tool thing.
Sick.
Yeah, specialist tools are basically specialists need them to do their specialist things.
Like
Yeah.
disarming traps, opening doors. Those are pretty much the two.
Two major things. Lockpicking,
How much?
essentially.
How much were those?
50.
I think they're like 50 silver.
50.
Yeah. Now this does not count as treasure recovered from an adventure zone, but it is like goods that you get. So it's not XP.
It's very nice for specialists when they need to do a certain thing.
Yeah.
I am a specialist too.
Any specialist that knows how to pick a lock can easily tell that this got stuck in the lock because they put it in upside down. Yeah, it's a comb lockpick that they stuck in upside down and it got jammed. Yeah. Just so you know, they passed their stealth check and they were rolling to disable the first lock and they rolled like shit. Like absolute shit. Yeah.
It's a good thing I chose to sit on the cart this time.
You did a good job. You prevented the theft. And good job with the locks, guys, because they would have stolen your shit because they passed the stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have those locks. Whose idea was it to get locks?
I
believe
think
that was mine.
I
That
think
was your
so?
idea? It's
I
fucking
wasn't sure of
clever.
that.
I mean, you
Pretty
fucking
good.
saved the group there. I think that's pretty
I was
good.
thinking about that last time, but I forgot during this session. So
Cool. Well, let's roll some more dice. Back to bed.
yay!
Cool. The rest of the night is real quiet.
I
So,
just leave the specialist tools on top of the thing where the lock picking was attempted. I don't know how to unjam these things. I'm not gonna touch it.
sure. That can be a tomorrow thing, right?
Right.
Early in the morning, you have found that your spy friend has already jumped the spot, gone, vanished, and left a parcel with you that says express mail on it. You guys can use this to have priority mail sent out for free at any major city.
Nice.
So mechanically, this goes really fast. It's really, really fast mail. And should help to demystify some of the, like, how the hell does mail even make it to the spy? Right? Some of that mystery.
Can I try and unstick the lock then, or?
Oh yeah, it just takes a little bit of effort. You know, we can roll some dice for role play. Oh dude, it's easy as fuck. I rolled a D100 and rolled 100. So you just like you touch it and you're like, "Oh, they stuck it in upside down." So you just like gave it a little pressure in the right direction and it just pops right out. And you're like, "Ah, oh, fucking novice." It's like someone loaded a bolt action rifle with the cartridge facing the wrong direction. It's just like, "Oh, you idiot." Of course it jammed.
It's almost impressive that they could do it.
Yeah. I mean, it was dark. They're a kid, right? Little elf kid looking hungry. It's very noble of you to have fed that child, I gotta say. Good on you. Good on you for that. Who are your gods, Stefan?
Stefan's god is Garmir.
Garmir. Okay. Cool. So, what do you guys wanna do in the morning?
Well, we gotta head down to Bellavere. That's what we.
Do some weather
what we're gonna
rolls.
do.
Weather rolls are
Yeah.
fun. How hot is it? High numbers are hot. Another cold day. How wet is it? High numbers are wet. On and off rain. Rain is kind of let up.
That's good at least.
Could be worse.
Solomon's just gonna get on his horse and get ready to go.
Okay. Looking ahead at the terrain, it looks like weather that is not landscape that is not going to fare well for horse travel.
Mm.
Oh, dude, this watch together thing times you out. You can resume watching after a 10-minute timeout.
Really?
Yeah,
What? Why would it time you out? It's YouTube.
right? Why is this API extra like premium and shit? That's so stupid. Okay,
They're just trying to
maybe
pump
this is
everyone out.
not the way. Damn, dude. It's so hard to just get like music to play in Discord. It's
Why?
crazy to me. I don't know. It seems like such an easy ask. If you ask me, I think I'm just gonna bring the music bot back in
Fair
because at
warning.
least we can play fucking music there. Yeah, this song's beautiful. Why was this not allowed? Okay, I'm warning you guys that the music bot's gonna come in again. Anyway, we were talking about the landscape not being great for horses. You know, Atlan, the horse, may have some trouble going through here.
It's
Mm.
just the one horse.
We have the riding horses that pull the wagon as well.
Hmm.
We can ride.
Very
the wagon.
muddy, miserable. Looks like a great way to turn a perfect horse into a lame horse.
And maybe we walk alongside the cart.
Sounds like what we need to do. It's gonna be a little slower, but you know, worth it in the end.
Yep.
So you guys are gonna walk alongside the cart. Where are the horses?
Well,
In the cart.
those
So
two
you're-
are gonna pull the cart. Solomon will just lead Atlan along.
I has an idea. How many horses are there again?
3. One's a war horse.
Okay, well, he, Theffin, walks over to one of the horses, and says, hold the beast still if you please, and, inverts his war scythe, to the metal mushroom cap side, and, begins to swirl it about in the light mist, in the air, slowly circling it, and he says, Come here, hear my plea. And a slight glow begins to form at the end of the cap. I need you to help me. This horse, you see, it might go lame. I don't want that to be our pain. And there's an increase in the volume and cadence. There's a increasing glow until it's almost like a shine, and it like exudes god rays and lens flares, and very odd for the sort of weather that it is here. And there's like the chirping of birds. It's almost like a spring day come again. And I touch it to the horse's flank, and it sort of like pulses over it like a radar wave, and there's just like a white like layer of like sheen that like now orbits it and then fades gradually until the horse is blessed for 1d6 plus 3 blessed points.
Damn, blessing the horse. All right.
Blessed from the horse.
Whoo, that's a 6, so 9. 9 points of blessing.
It's the most blessed horse you've ever seen.
That's pretty good. So, you have blessed one horse.
What does the bless do?
It gives them points to use.
You can add to rolls. You can add to skill rolls. You can add to percentage rolls. You can add to 2-hit. You can add to saving throws. It's great.
Anything but
Okay.
damage and things related to spells.
Yeah.
Basically.
And it also doesn't work on elves.
Yeah, no, not primarily magical beings.
Yeah. And hey, what's up, Ghostbat? Ghostbat's in chat.
Hey,
Ghostbat is a member of Dido. Wish you were here. It's always a good time having Keeve. She plays an elf in our group. who is like deeply associated with Moros, the goddess of death and the dying. And I think that Kiev would appreciate the birth of the demigod Garmir, demigod of passing. And I have some great plot elements to share when she joins us once more. So you've granted the blessing to the horse, and
And I carry on. I continue.
how many horses do we have?
We have 3.
Okay, just rolling some dice here. Okay, great. So you guys are trudging through the mucky muck, like
Oh, no. I'm blessing all the horses before
you're blessing all of them. Okay.
Yes, I don't want to leave anything.
Can you only bless one creature at a time?
Yes, I have 3 bless spells, and I'm casting it 3 times, once for each of the horses.
Can you have 3 blessings active at the same time?
Yes, last I checked.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll roll again. Damn, another 9.
Ooh, this is the 2 horses on the wagon.
And 5 on the last one. So 9, 9, and 5.
That works well for a warhorse, which is already sturdier than the standard.
So 5 is on the warhorse. Clay, I'm gonna need you to keep track of these ones, okay?
Word.
Cool. So they all have like shining white flanks and leg muscles. And you guys are tromping through disintegrated logs, and there's mosquitoes all over the place. They're biting. It's thick. It seems like with every step that you take, it gets more and more lush with life around. There are leeches in the water that you can see. Do you guys still want to proceed?
A mention about those mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Solomon would have pulled out lavender, which wards off mosquitoes, and just hands some to each part of the party.
Thank you.
Thanks. How deep is this? You said it was like leech infested waters.
Yeah, it's like up to, it's like right below your knee.
So if we rode in the cart, we wouldn't be in it.
Correct.
I mean, yeah.
But the horses.
Someone has to drive the cart regardless, and we're just gonna have to remove the leeches after we get out.
Diseases, though.
That's a risk we're going to have to take. I mean, they have bonuses to save against them with their bless.
True.
I was gonna say, would bless not help them?
Bless would help the
Would it
horses. Yeah.
Or how long would it take to go around? I guess I think those are our options, right?
You guys could take a day to go over to stream bridges and cross a bridge to get over there. I know that like there are some bridges in here that are just artistic license, but oh, you can't even see. Sorry. There we go. So you guys are here. This river right here is real. This is the only river in between you guys and Bellavere, and you would need to take a bridge if you want to like go safely across it. But there are like little creeks and ponds and shit. Like the leeches that I'm talking about are not in the river, but we're on the way to the river. I hope that wasn't too
wagon
confusing.
and floated Oregon Trail style.
Could ford the river.
Kind of heavy, though.
Has all your money in it.
Yeah, I think we just get in the wagon and go across and fix up the horses on the other side if they get.
I think Ghostbat's character had levitate, didn't she?
I don't recall.
Oh well. I wish she was here. That's okay. We'll get
I
over
think
it.
if we're gonna take the safest route, though, obviously we're gonna want to just take the extra day to go over to the bridge there.
If you guys can think of a clever plan, you know, I'm open to a clever plan.
Let's see, we can use the horses to go over, but... leeches.
Plus any
So,
other
Solomon,
number-
I'm rolling a medicine roll for you. What's your medicine?
2.
Leeches carry disease, is what I'm gonna tell you.
They are blessed though.
So I don't know a lot of the basic things about leeches, is what I've gathered from that medicine check.
You could get like a skin infection from leeches. You could also get like bloodborne pathogens from them.
Yeah. But do I know that leeches are afraid of salt?
Hey. They also hate tobacco? Interesting. Yeah, hold on, no. That's a bushcraft. That's a bushcraft. Who's got the best bushcraft in the crew?
I've got 2.
That's
One.
better than most.
I think that's the highest. So you got 2?
Yeah.
Here, I'll do this one in public because you know what we're rolling for. Hey! Salt is a great way to get a leech to not fuck with you. Or like to stop fucking with you.
Does anybody have any?
Well, most rations are fairly salty. Since it's a good way of preserving things.
I could squeeze out my neckerchief after I do a bit of running.
Gross. I think it's a little too diluted. Oh god. So if you guys are gonna go across the river, I'm gonna roll dice to determine how it goes, and any precautions that you guys take are going to influence the dice.
We're not under the gun. I don't see why we shouldn't just go to the bridge.
Yeah, we're not timed on anything.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right, we're gonna take a day.
Uh-huh. And whoever had the specialist tools, like, did someone officially pick them up? Should I erase them?
Yeah. Yeah, I added them.
All right.
Perfect. I'm glad that you checked in. So, you guys are cruising by stream bridges. You see off in the distance that there is a fortress that has a wall as a perimeter. It's a very low wall made out of white stone around the outside of stream bridges. And you see that they have a green glass sea lab out over the ocean. You
Underneath
can't
the
make out
water?
too many details. Over the water and in the water. It's like multiple stories. So there's like one level where like the waves crash up against the glass. There's a level under the water, and there's a level above, like dry.
Nice.
Yeah. This is another dwarven fortress that I've run on stream. This was our succession fort that we passed around people on this Discord. So there are dwarves here named after members of the Discord. There is a Scooty Loo dwarf. There's a Wendy Kitten dwarf, an Osmasker dwarf, a Xandor dwarf, was Deep Space in there? No. What was it? Hold on, I need to go look at the succession fort really quick. I'm trying to remember who all was in it. Lola was in it. Who else was in it? Yep, Deep Space was in it. So let's see. Lola, Z, Deep Space, Osmasker, me, Wendy. Oh god, what's his name? Last guy. Shoot, he was really busy. I remember that. He's a grown-ass man. I remember that too. Fuck, what is his name? He didn't post much. Fuck me. Maverick! There we go. 7. Yeah, so all of them are in the fort. A great piece of the Scooty Loo stream community. Just makes me happy.
Tight.
But you guys, it sounds like you guys aren't staying there. You're not there for the smut. You're not there for the wine. You're there for the bridge, right?
Yep.
Okay. Chugga,
You
chugga,
need
chugga,
to take
chugga.
another ration.
Yes, one more ration for the day. And also, just to mention, like, to help our world remain feeling alive, whenever you guys are on roads and stuff, you do pass by travelers. It's not like it's just you guys traveling through the world and there's nothing left. So I do want to open up the opportunity that if you guys want to talk or interact with people that are going by, there are people hauling like textiles and potatoes, and people out on walks, and farmers bringing their crops to market. There are there are roving patrols of Lord Reginald's men, etc. It's not a lonely road when you guys are on the roads. So I wanted to ask if any of that was of interest. Because there's always potential, you know. You guys could be like, "Fuck it, we want to rob someone," right? And then we go through robbing. I
Are
want
there
to
any
mug him.
traveling salespeople?
Traveling salespeople. Interesting question.
I don't really want to descend to banditry because then we will be hunted by local guards and stuff.
Yeah.
See if this music sucks. I hope it
Solomon's
doesn't.
been a raider for many, many of years. Doesn't really want to do it unless it's against a tyrant.
Traveling salesman. Let me think.
I swear, next character I play is gonna have no moral compass whatsoever.
No moral compass. There is a merchant carrying. I'm trying to think how to describe this. It's like, so the sides of the carriage bear the symbolage of Verico Knot, and they're being escorted by an armed security force. You cannot see what the goods are inside of it, but it's moving really slow.
And it's being escorted by Lord Reginald's soldiers?
Good question and good guess, but they do not bear any emblems, sigils, anything like that. But they are armed. Some with spears, some with swords, some with axes.
Okay.
6 security and 1 carriage. All the security are upon war horses.
And it's like a fully enclosed cart. It doesn't have like bars that you can.
And it's extra long. It's extra long too.
That is one rich merchant.
It's moving slow.
Would I recognize something like this from my time in the service?
Yeah, they have similar kits to Lord Reginald. Like see they all have matching helmets, and they all have shields. It's like, chainmail, shield, and matching helmets. That's really familiar. Some militaries and militias, it's like, hey man, whatever helmet you got, like we're not gonna pay for your helmet. You know what I mean? But these guys, it's all regimented. And in Lord Reginald's army, all the squads had matching helmets. They all had shields and they all had chainmail. And that's what these guys have. Okay. They have different clothing over their chainmail, though.
That's interesting.
But yeah, you asked about merchants. There's one.
Do we try to talk to him?
Merchant is armed as well.
I guess as we're going back, can I just, like, you know how you kind of greet people as you're walking along the road?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, like, wave and say, hello, how are you guys doing? Got a mighty big carriage there.
One of the armed guards with an axe just like side eyes you, and he's got like a cheek just full of tobacco, and he just like spits over the other side of his horse, like not at you, like away from you, and then just like goes back to looking at you. I mean, they're going so fucking slow. You could have the jump on them easy from where you're at, and he's making sure that, like, is this guy gonna jump me? Right? Side eyeing you. Doesn't respond though. He's got a bruise on his chin, that guy. You can jump up on me, kitty. You have caused so much chaos. How about you go be adorable somewhere else, like on the camera? Are you actually gonna go over there? Cute. I will say the sun is in sunset right now. The sun is setting.
I guess I'll just say, well, never mind then. Thought you might be a friendlier bunch. And I think we'll just continue on our way.
That guy with the bruised chin is gonna say, "Don't got the time." Have a nice
Fair
day.
Fair enough.
They're gonna continue like very slowly wheeling their way down the road. Right on. So you guys are next to a water source. This might be a good spot for you guys to camp, maybe do some fishing.
Yeah, we can do that.
Does anyone have anything to do some fishing with, like hooks or string or a fishing tackle or spears? Do we have anything of
got
the
a
sort?
fishing gear.
You have fishing gear?
I do.
Ooh. What's your bushcraft? We'll do some fishing.
2.
2? Hey, that's better than 1. Coming prepared. Now, I need to hunt through the rules again because my cat totally like scrubbed where I was. So give me a second. He's adorable, but he's very... Do you miss mom? Is that what this is? Is it because mom's out of town that you're acting up? You want more attention than what I'm giving you? I'm gonna have to give this cat some more attention. Ow! That hurt, kitty. Okay, let's see. Gonna roll. Coolio. Where's the die? There it is. Nice! Nice, that's a pass. Sweet. You were able to on your own secure 2 days of rations for 1 person. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So you got 2 rations of fish, but you're gonna have to eat these really quick, or like salt them or cook them or something because fish goes bad really fast.
I think we just have it for dinner tonight. Have some fresh
Great.
fish instead of some ration.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Take your ration expenditure and reduce it by 2 for today.
And shove it.
Groucho's shoving his face into the camera.
What do you mean reduce it by?
So we have, let's see, how many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 people, so we only need to expend 2 rations total for everyone because they're eating fish tonight.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I guess
Cool.
2 people, or
Whoever wants
who does?
fish.
Is there somebody who doesn't like fish? Their character would not like fish.
Solomon
Really?
lived on the steppes, so he's just eaten lots of things.
Sounds like you're not picky.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
sure.
mean, one of the main foods in Mongolia is literally intestines.
Fair enough. Man, we need to get Thefin a fucking guitar or a banjo or something because Claiborne the player knows how to play those instruments. And I love hearing your ad-lib tunes around the campfire, like when we play DayZ.
Oh yeah, those are some good times.
I love that.
I can play trumpet.
Hey, same. I didn't know that about you, Wolfric.
I don't play very good. I had a tutor for about a year, and
Sick.
then it all went down. I'm not very good, and I need to clean it.
For those who don't know, Claiborne streams, and yeah, he just posted one of his emotes in chat. He's got a channel point redemption option that's like, oh, I play an ad-lib song, for example, and I redeemed that when we were on DayZ one time, and he made a beautiful song about what was it? It was like zombie campfire or something.
Shit, man, I don't know.
What was it?
I create them and then I forget them. It's how the brain.
Basically, yeah. I've kind of forgot as well. I hope that's okay.
No, I expect it to happen.
It was a really funny song. Liked it a lot.
They're in the moment. This is what Nietzsche would have called the Dionysian arts. It exists in the moment.
I think it was like Zombie Cowboy or something like that. I think that's what the point of the song was.
That sounds about right.
Anyway, so you guys are camping out. for the night. What's your plan?
Well, Solomon will take first watch if no one else does. He'll just be, before anything happens, he'll mostly just be looking for some herbs, nothing major.
Oh, you're foraging.
Yeah,
Sweet. What's
Not
your
really-
bushcraft?
only one, so he isn't looking too hard. He's
You might
just,
find something good. You might find something
Yeah.
good. We got dice for this. And the
Yep.
cat cam is already running. I just hope that you guys can actually see past the cat.
There's a space.
He's probably gonna bat this, so pay close attention to what the number is before it goes off the table. 6. Damn. You found some grass. Found some fucking grass.
I know this all too well.
I'm going to take a more general search of the area, forgotten valuables, hidden curiosities, this sort of thing.
Sounds like a search to me. Let me think if there would be anything there first.
Roll some dice.
I have a pretty good search. I have a 3.
3? Did you put both of your human points into search?
Yeah, I think I did.
Damn, you went all in on search.
I made sure I had a stat.
That is a yes. You found a quiver and 5 bolts.
Ooh, very nice.
Yep. It's stamped with the crest of Lord Reginald, which I think is blue and yellow.
See, encrusted with mudstone capicons.
There you go. Are you about to fuck with the dice, sir? Do not fuck with the dice.
I bring it back after rustling it out of the woods for the party, and I add it to the party's list.
Laura could make use of the bolts, I know that much.
That is true. Let's see if I can. There we go.
Kitty.
Yep. See, he wants to fuck with everything.
Oh, I could see that drinking that keyboard having a bad time together.
Oh, yeah? Empty.
Oh, thank goodness.
I appreciate your care, though.
Of course.
It's a monster.
I've been down that road before.
Oh, God. Yeah, when they were kittens, I dealt with that. He is not a kitten. He's just a dumb teenager now. Alright, so I heard that Solomon's taking first watch for 4 hours. Is that next?
Yep.
I don't want to watch tonight.
One watch for 4 hours and then nothing?
Will none of the others step forth?
Yeah, I gotta
not
get
bite
going.
them.
It's very late. I'm tired. So, fun, good luck, and all things.
Oh, alright. See you, man.
Righty.
Alright, have a good one. Alright, well then I'll take it up.
Yep. Roll some dice.
I'm gonna be in the same spot that I take up usually, right there on the wagon.
Cool. Nice. Quiet night. Very
nice.
quiet night.
Love it, love it. Then when it's my turn to sleep, I finally bother to take off all the plate armor and get tucked in.
Great. It's super cold. Super cold at night. Awfully cold. Yeah.
Well, I have my bedroll, and yeah, I guess I'll sleep near the fire. Not too near, of course.
So you guys are gonna head on over westy ways towards the blockade. And honestly, I think this is a good place for us to stop for now. We'll just have a short session, and I will try and cook up something extra interesting for the roadblock that we have up ahead.
Sounds good.
And we'll cut this one off for now. You guys marked the rations that you did. You got the quiver, you got the bolts. Sweet. Do we have any streamer friends that are live right now? Let's check it out.
Further's playing DF.
Oh, we're raiding him.
Right.
I haven't given him a raid in a while. Yep, he's getting our raid. He's a good guy. I have a mug from his merch shop because his avatar is adorable. It's a watermelon. So make sure to give him big fat raid emotes. I'll go make his
Every
day.
time I try, it doesn't work.
We're gonna go increase his viewer count by 50%. Yeah, try doing them manually, Wolfric. I don't know why it doesn't
It
work
won't
out.
let me do them manually.
When you like click the little happy face icon and then you select the raid, like what happens? What comes out?
Nothing. It won't
Weird.
let me select them. It'll transition over to the stream, and I won't have them. And if I try and select them while in the raid, it
Maybe
won't
you're not
have them.
logged in.
I am logged in.
Well, we'll try it. Goodbye, stream. I hope to see you again sometime soon. Maybe for an Elden Ring rando. Maybe for more Castlevania. Maybe for Warframe sometime. I don't know.
Ooh.
See you next time.
They're fun.
Adios.